Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. Yes, my voice is certainly getting better, which is good. So it's almost 100% there. I'd say it's about 95%. Anyway, what's up, KS? Daniel, Inktastic. Yes, we got some brand new figures here on the channel to unbox. Man, it's a huge haul. I will say it is a huge Transformers haul. I think it's one of the biggest hauls I've ever gotten. um, Usually I would get like two figures or three figures, but rarely I get four figures, man. Wow. But anyway, yes, this haul consists of each of the primes, finally, and Studio Series 86. Yes, so yeah, more Studio Series, and of course, I'm finally diving into the Age of the Primes pot of figures. So yeah, but very nice, very nice. But very cool. So let us show off this amazing haul that we have gotten right here. Oh my gosh, I'm very happy, very excited to show this off, and yeah. But let's show off the haul here. So from Studio Series 86, we got the Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Constructicon Bone Crusher. Yeah, finally, we're getting a new combiner from Studio Series, and it is G1 Devastator, and I'm definitely excited to complete this combiner. I still need Scrapper, so probably we'll get that's the next one we'll get Scrapper. Yes, so but yeah, we'll get Scrapper soon. But yes, Bone Crusher, the first member of the Studio Series 86 Constructicons. Well, for me anyway. But yeah, very nice to have Constructicon Bone Crusher here. Very cool. So that is what we have here for Studio Series 86, and that's it. Because the rest of the figures we got are from Transformers Age of the Primes, the new toy line. Yes. And the Commander Quest about Long Haul and Hook. Yes. I know. I'll get them. But anyway, but the real thing here is to focus on Age of the Primes, and I'm very excited to unbox these figures. So from Age of the Primes, we also got a brand new combiner coming in. We have got two new combiners from Age of the Primes, Bruticus and Superion. But we're gonna finish off Superion first. So I got the two aerial bots from the two deluxe class aerial bots. We got Slingshot and Air Slingshot and Air Raid. Yes, the aerial bots, new aerial bots. Yay! I know. Yes, very nice. I dig it. I dig it. Look at that. Just look at that. Nice jets. Very nice. Nice jet formers. Nice jet formers here. 105, 205. Yeah, Superion. Oh, yes. So, yeah. So I can't wait to unbox these. And, of course, who cannot forget one of the 13 primes? That's right, because Age of the Primes is all about the 13 primes. It's all about them. So, we got our first official figure of Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Solus Prime, the girlfriend of Megatronus. So, yeah, until Megatronus kind of killed her, and yeah, but anyway. but but yeah, we got a first official figure of Solus Prime, like a full on robot mode, full on ult mode, and everything. So yeah, I'm very excited to unbox her. So I don't know which one to unbox first. I don't know, but okay, I'm gonna keep Solus Prime as the last one. I'm gonna keep her as the last one. Okay, I'm gonna keep her as the last one. And now, let's see. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna invite someone in here. Invite someone in here if need be. So so let's see. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. Wow. Okay. Right. Alrighty. Hold on. Who is this? AC3? Oh. Alright. So Sola should be last since she's the most interesting out of the pack. Okay, yeah. I'll have Solus to be the last one to unbox. Okay. Alright. Yes. Anyway. So since this is the only Studio Series figure I got, we'll unbox him first. So I need some light to unbox this guy. But some figures are in the way. Come on, get out of the way, peoples. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. All right, I need to take out my charger. It's in the way as well. So, all right, so that's ooh, this beautiful light here. Anyway, so okay, we got Bone Crusher here. So yes. Honestly, I don't want to review both aerial bots at the same time, or else. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm going to review each figure individually. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to review both in one video. No, it's not going to happen. But anyway, so let us unbox Studio Series 86 Bone Crusher first. So, all right, I got my knife here, and we will unbox this guy right here. Woo! So, all right, yeah, okay. We just open this up. Okay, open it up. There we go. Ooh, okay, he's pretty chunky. He is pretty chunky here. So we got instructions. Okay, we got instructions, the white paper and everything. And we got my boy. We got my boy. Hello. Hello.
I'm pretty sure you already know what's about to go down.
Oh no. What?
So,
Wait, what?
they're currently broken down at the moment, but.
Oh, you got him. Awesome. Congrats on getting him.
Yes, and I do thank you for letting me know about the QC issues ahead of time. I did check my Prime and my Magnus and everything that came in the box. He's good to go.
Everything good? No cracking?
Everything is good to go.
No cracking. Just no cracking at all.
Nope. Not a single crack. Nothing seems super strained. I even straight up was able to turn Prime back into his standard robot mode. No problem.
Okay. That's actually pretty good, actually. Because I don't know why people are unlucky with some of their copies.
You can kind of tell that they were trying to rush him out.
That is true. Yeah. All right, we got Bone Crusher unboxed. Ooh, yes. And he's a chunky dude. He's a really chunky dude.
I can see that.
Yes, he's a really chunky dude. And then this piece is all separate. So
Yes. How dare you? So mean.
what?
I did see the new collaboration, Daniel. It's cool for the sports fans, but personally, it's not for me. But happy for those getting those. See, ink I feel the exact same way you do, but that's just a general response I have towards anything that I genuinely have no interest in, but I know others are excited. Because it's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be a jerk to somebody just because they happen to like something I don't. Will I bust their chops for the fun of it? Yes, absolutely, I will. But will I actually sit there and like deliberately be like go out of my way to be a total jerk about it? No, I will not.
No, no.
ABC, I just got Studio Series B127. Transformers 1 B127? I
That's the
think my
only
copy
one.
of Omega Prime is in the second batch, which is why I don't have it yet. I'm just glad I got mine, period.
Oh.
Yes, Ink, I did get them.
Is my bone crusher? I hope my bone crusher is perfect quality. Okay.
Yes, CF1. So
Okay.
when I said that Sentinel was the best Studio Series TF1 figure, I kind of said that at the height of just getting him. Over time of actually playing with the figures, I kind of ended up coming to the conclusion that I genuinely actually don't feel that way, and I'm actually giving that title to B127. I have way more fun with him as a toy.
I mean, granted, Sentinel Prime has that battle mode, so
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying, like, when I actually really sat down and started thinking about it and really played with the figures, I kind of came to the conclusion that B127 hits a lot harder.
oh, yeah. So there we go. We got Bone Crusher, our first member of the Constructicons from Studio Series 86. And yeah, he's a chunky dude. He's a chunky dude, but I honestly think this is actually the Devastation Bone Crusher proportions. So yeah.
Can't quite tell. Hold on. Yeah, talking about that?
Well, that's Scorponok. Ooh, that's pretty cool. The Scorponok that I never got. Probably will never own it. So
Yeah, the transformation on B127 is something to behold. It's honestly a lot of fun to do, and that's the biggest reason why I give him the win. But yeah, no. So y'all want to know how much I paid for that Scorponok? Like,
I'm a
show me some actual numbers. I want to see if anybody will actually figure out how much I paid for that Scorponok.
$200.
Nope.
$50.
Nope.
100.
Nope.
150.
Nope.
Okay, I don't know.
The grand total I paid for that Scorponok. $0.00.
What?
I had a box full of toys and other like randomized figures that I genuinely did not want anymore. I took it to a toy shop. They had them in stock. And I basically sat there and I said, whatever I get for these, I'll put towards that. And they were like, cool. I'm thinking they were going to call me and be like, hey, you knocked off $50. Come in here so you can pay the rest of it off. They called me and told me, by the way, you got $220 in store credit.
Wow.
I went in, I grabbed them. I went in there, I picked them up. And yeah, it's safe to say I'm very happy with them. It was a trade. Yeah, I got it through trades. The Studio Series CF1 Bumblebee. Hello, Sean. The Studio Series CF1 Bumblebee step up to another Studio Series figure like Devastation Optimus Prime. Okay, so how do I put this? So I think Devastation Prime is one of those figures where I can more than understand people's criticism with it. I personally disagree with it because I think he's a fantastic figure. That said, between him and Bumblebee, bar none get the Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee is the better figure. So
How I feel when trading Blockies figures. I recently traded a long haul duplicate for an Ironhide. Also, am I the only one who is skipping SSTF1 Sentinel? You might be, and I would personally say don't do that because, for one, if you already have the other three, you may as well just get the Sentinel to complete the set. Because sometime at the end of this year, we're gonna get
Starscream
Elite
and
One, and then next year we're getting Starscream and Thundercracker.
No. Starscream is this year.
Oh, Starscream is this year?
Yes.
Okay, well then, sometime this year we'll get Starscream and Elite One, and then sometime next year we're getting Thundercracker.
Yeah. Plus, Sentinel Prime is a brand new, shiny new mold, way better than the Prime Changers version. So,
I mean, okay, I agree. Mainly in the aspect of the articulation, I feel like as overall toys, they're about dead even. But that's just me. I skipped on Sentinel to get the Scrapper due to getting figures. I prioritized them. Yeah, see, if you would have taken an opportunity to ask me, 100% I would have told you to get Scrapper. Whenever it's one, a G1 character, or two, a combiner team, 9 times out of 10, it's both. I will always tell you, get them. Because those are the ones that are always going to sell out the fastest.
there you go, Bone Crusher. Yay!
So how do you feel about him overall so far?
So far, he's definitely a solid bot. He's got nice tight joints, nice snug joints, nothing loose. I'm glad that he has knee joints. I thought he didn't, but he has them. And then he has ankle tilts. Hooray! Hooray for ankle tilts.
Right there.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah.
But,
Again, mine's kind of a weird. I was kind of at a weird angle, but yeah, mine's right there.
And it's weird to see these slots, but I guarantee you that these are probably going to be used for the combined mode. So
yes, they are indeed used for the combined mode.
And of course, this section that flips down on his leg, that's also used for the combined mode as well. So
wait, what? Hold up. Hang on a second. Look at JJ getting me to get my figures back down. What the heck?
You did not know that
Oh my god! I didn't know that was there.
You didn't know that was there, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
That's why
He died.
Okay, I guarantee you the instructions for Devastator will be included with Commander Class Long Haul and Hook, and those will be the instructions that will show you that there's this panel that flipped down. So, yeah. I only know this because I watched MGo's review on this figure. So, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. So, 1 down, 5 to go. Yes.
Now I'm starting to think that there may be something of Scrapper I missed.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But all right. So let's. Honestly, this guy's quality is so much better than my Combiner Wars version. I kid you not. It's so much better than the Combiner Wars version in terms of quality, in terms of plastic quality itself, because it's more solid. At least this guy's crotch doesn't crack. So, so yeah, that's all I can say. And yeah, there are no combined mode instructions in here. So when I review this guy, I cannot show up the combined mode. So we'll show up the combined mode on the later date. But right now, I can't show that off. But I think this section here, I believe this section here, his butt is the combined mode port there for the Devastator arm or the Devastator combined mode. I think this is where the thing slides into. So I guess. But anyway, I think that's where. Yeah. That's yeah. And of course, this big
Dude,
chunk is
how did I not notice that? Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense now. All right.
yeah. It'll probably solidify the combine mode even more. So yeah, that's just my my speculation. So
All right, well, I guess I'm futzing around with Bone Crusher a little bit more now.
mm. Well, now you know.
But yeah, just in, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask some people, what are some figures you want to see with the standard robots? Because I got plenty of figures that I can show to kind of give an idea of just how big these guys are. And no, I'm not doing this to be a show off. I promise. I'm very excited that I have this. There's a lot of sentimental reasonings behind why I just cannot stop messing with them. It's a plastic quality. It was mostly bad since I never handled any of the figures. Age of the Primes Armada Red Alert is actually a really awesome figure.
What is happening here? Off.
You know what? I can't resist it anymore. I'm gonna turn them all back into their vehicle modes. And we're gonna see if my Omega Prime is gonna survive. Like again, so far so good with everything that I've done, but at the same time that could change at any moment.
Okay, my Bone Crusher has a QC issue.
Oh no.
You see how this arm tabs together perfectly,
Yeah.
but then
The
this
other one won't.
my Bone Crusher, this arm doesn't want to do it. Because the plastic is like all wonky, and I'm like, what?
Head back in.
I'm gonna have to do some surgery on this guy.
Yeah, I would recommend doing that. And if for whatever reason that still doesn't fix the issue, then I would think about getting a replacement.
I might have to cut off this tab. Because apparently that's blocking. Yeah, that I might have to shorten this tab so they can actually tab in. Okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks. I got one with the wonky arm here. Man. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, it looks like I have to cut off this tab. Ooh. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, Bone Crusher, I'm gonna do some surgery.
Okay. So live, I'm about to extend this. Oh, please no.
All right, so Bone Crusher, I decided to remove this tab here so that this arm can
Oh,
actually.
stop. Hang on.
There we go. That's good now. All right, there we go. All right, now that looks good. There we go. Perfect. Fixed. And considering that this guy has tight joints, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I cut off the tab. I had to cut off the tab. I had no choice. I had to cut it off. But anyway, so sorry, Bone Crusher.
You need to check your diaper.
But yeah, you can see the plastic is all weirded out. That's a bit unfortunate, but anyway, transforming the dude. Bring this down. Bring this up like so. Okay. All right. Let me bring this up. Okay, so we can appearance. Okay. So now we just bring this in, just like so. Okay. Rotate this around and bring this in.
So,
That should.
so for those who know about it, this part has been giving people issues, like quality control wise. And as you can see, I was able to get it back into truck mode, or at least the front truck mode. No issue. Anyway, sorry, go on.
But anyway, trying to get this guy transformed. Hopefully, without any issues, please.
Yeah, this needs to all the way up and in. Put it completely out of the way.
Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, you can see here, my only QC issue with this figure is that. You can see here like that. Yeah, right here. You can see. Yeah. I got a dud with this guy, but oh well. So that's
No, no, no. Are you just being a pain just to be a pain?
This yeah. That doesn't look pretty. Yeah,
Welcome to
BC,
Kansas.
that doesn't look pretty.
What about it?
You see how one side tabs in?
Oh yeah, that's not good. I was about to say if you were talking about that little pimple, I was about to you were literally about to get a BC crash out.
But yeah.
I don't like that thing on there. It looks freaking stupid.
But honestly, I'm not even that mad about it because when he's in combine mode, it's not gonna affect that much. But anyway, just bring this down. All right, bring the toes together. Bring the toes together.
Okay, so for those who ever owned the original figures for Omega Prime, getting the back end of the fire truck onto the new one is a pain in the diodes.
Ouch.
Like, I'm still fighting with this thing.
At least okay, here's Bone Crusher in alt mode. Okay, it's not. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for my Bone Crusher, yeah. But here he is in vehicle mode, and it looks good in vehicle mode, except for that. But anyway, but But all in all, he looks good.
Thing
He
back. We'll get
good
there.
road. That's yeah. Hey, Marvelous. Yeah. Okay, the bulldozer doesn't look too bad with the QC. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's not too shabby,
So
but
let's go ahead and
still
wing
that.
these pieces out.
Yeah. Anyway.
And ladies and gents, children of all ages, hi JJ. We have
Optimus Prime in his fire truck mode. Let's go.
yeah, QC wise, I'm very happy. He's dense, he's solid, like prep for the review for this to be stupid long. Because like I'm not leaving any stone unturned with this piece.
Still need to edit the other 86 Prime review before I can edit that one. It's just a matter of finding time. But there we go. We got Bone Crusher in his yoga mode. Okay, it looks good, despite the QC problem. but it still looks good. It's still a solid figure, so I don't really need a replacement because I already fixed mine. So I mean, as long as the left arm can fold in perfectly, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. So I'm not too upset with it. So. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that the plastic on this thing it was warped. But, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, fortunately, you're not going to get a good copy every single time.
Yeah, I got mine with a QC issue. But Marvelous, if you have Bone Crusher right now, can you check Bone Crusher's left arm copy? Please tell me if the plastic is warped or the plastic is perfect, all good, you know? Because I don't know how I got mine with this QC issue, but it's fine, you know. Okay, I really don't do any guesswork, but I have a feeling that this is how the combined mode would look. So let's just rotate that around like that. I believe I don't know, but this is how I think the combined mode is going to work. So you flip this panel down as well, okay, and then that is pretty much it there. So I think that is the combined mode for Bone Crusher. So yeah, right there. I have a feeling, but again, I'm not gonna do any guesswork when I review this figure. So yeah. But that is pretty much it there for Bone Crusher. So we're gonna go on to the second one. And again, I stand by my decision that I will unbox Solus Prime last. But let's get let's get some area bots unboxed. So who should we unbox? Slingshot or Air Raid first?
Slingshot.
Slingshot, okay. Let's unbox Slingshot first. All right. Let's get this guy. Okay, get this tab out. Get this tab out. It's a shame that my copy for Bone Crusher got a QC issue, but oh well, it is what it is. He's gonna lose marks anyway. But anyway, I still like Bone Crusher. I still like him. I still like him better than my Combiner Wars version. So yeah, I can finally do the wheels. I need wheels. Seeing on my Studio Series TF1B, yes, awesome. Anyway, yes, we got some nice instructions here for Age of the Primes. Okay, cool. But do I really need instructions? No, I don't. But, but anyway, okay, we got Slingshot unboxed out of the package. Woo! All right, so let us cut out some strings here. Again with a piece of paper. I hate the piece of paper wrapping around these accessories. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate it with a passion. I really hate it with a passion. And yeah, this piece of paper wrapping around the accessories. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Get out. Out. Ah, so annoying. It is so annoying. These. It is a piece of paper. You piece of paper. You annoying little piece of paper. Get the accessories out. Get out. Okay, thank you. Jeez. Take a piece of paper here. So annoying, this piece of paper. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Why does Hasbro do this? Why? Just why? I don't. I thought that.
Oh, please no. Okay.
Is Ultra Magnus yellowing? I hope he's not.
I haven't noticed any issues on that front. Oh, thank God. However, his wings, like they gotta like extend out for various different transformation reasons, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that is a stiff connection. There we go. All right.
Hold on. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so we got slingshot out of the package of his feet. Okay, and then flip out the heel spurs. Damn, he got big heel spurs. But anyway, that okay. So stability is not a problem for slingshot here, which is good. He has big heels. Okay, he has big heels. There we go. We got slingshot. I never got Combiner War slingshot, so this is actually my first official slingshot figure. Yeah.
Well,
Next.
let us know how you feel about him.
Okay, so far, I like him. He looks good, very cartoon accurate, and I likes the cartoon accuracy here. Very nice. Okay.
Okay, so to ensure I don't break anything.
Yep, he has 2 guns, which is quite nice. I do quite like him.
Yeah.
So yeah, really nicely done. Really nicely done in my personal opinion.
Friggin' rude tidal wave.
Okay. Whoa. So very cool figure. And it looks to me that his visor is a darker orange compared to the face. Or is it the same orange? I don't know. Maybe the same orange. I don't know. Would have been nice if he had this Autobot symbol on his shoulder. It's fine. It's fine.
Next scrap battle idea: JJ versus Paper. So easy, no diff. The Paper wins.
Daniel says it's a good thing I didn't back any of the HasLabs. I mean, I never backed any of the HasLabs, but I still feel jealous with people having the HasLabs because those figures look awesome. But sometimes their quality is not good, so. Or sometimes you can get lucky with perfect quality, like how BC got lucky with his. So.
I wouldn't necessarily say the plastic quality on mine is perfect. But it is super good. Now, if I just remember where I put the instructions.
Yeah. But there you go, slingshot. Yeah, very nice. I dig it. I really dig him. I like him. Yeah, very nice figure. Um, I know his his lower legs have a lot of kibble here, but it's it's a jet former, so it's understandable. So yeah, all in all, slingshot looks good. I do quite like it. Yeah, and he's still composed. Yeah, he has a waist swivel, which is quite nice. Legs
Okay.
far, go back that far. Eye swivels, knee joints. Almost 90 degrees, just slightly under. Of course, you got ankle tiltage. Its feet can move down as well. So yeah, very nice articulation. He has double jointed elbows, which is quite nice also. All right, so let us transform this guy into his jet mode. So let's just transform this guy. I'm gonna transform this guy without instructions. So yeah, I'm a rebel that way. So anyway, just rotate his arm around and then fold his arm like so. And I believe no, you don't open the chest. So rotate the head around because there is a landing gear behind his head. You know what's funny about Slingshot? He has a landing gear behind his head, and he has a ponytail, like a pony bun right here. So that's funny. But anyway, just bring this down. Just like so. Actually, no, don't do that first. You're gonna bring that.
Roll it back real quick.
Okay, bring up the arms, peg them in, and then just tap in, that in. Very nice, very cool. All right, now we can just bring down the foot and bring that down. Flip up the tail fin right there. Bring down the foot. Close that up. And you want to open this up like so, and then bring this, fold this up, just like a Combiner Wars transformation. Anyway, okay, and then just tap the legs together, just like so. Bring the wings down a little bit, and then bring this up. Tap that in, and there we go. He's done. Yay! Easy transformation, and of course, you can store the guns on his wings like so, and just plug that in. And there we go. We got Slingshot in his jet mode. And honestly, this looks so much better than some of the Combiner Wars aerial bots. This looks so much better. It looks so good from every angle. Like even on the bottom section, there's no. It's not really a full robot under a jet. Everything is concealed very nicely. And it's very clever how the back of the head becomes the landing gear and everything, which is quite cool. So yeah, all in all, Slingshot, very nice figure, very solid dude. I do quite like him. He could use more paint in some spots, but he's supposed to be cartoon accurate. So yeah, all in all, very nicely done. Jetman. Can't wait to review this guy and gush over him. but yeah, very nice figure. I really like the Slingshot. He's a really well done aerial bot here. So all right, so there we go. Oh, we got Slingshot. Yes. All right. Next up. We got. Right.
Okay. All right.
I'm happy you enjoy Slingshot. Yeah, I do. I really do. So now I'm gonna unbox Eric. yeah, we're going to unbox air raid now. So we're gonna see how he fares. I mean, from robot mode, it looks good. Jet mode, it looks decent, but anyway. So, look at it. Okay, we just open him up. There we go. I don't have air raid, so I'm curious. Okay. Okay, we're gonna. Ooh, okay. He actually looks pretty good in robot mode. I do quite like his robot mode. Okay. Okay, and his instructions. Okay, but do I really need to use instructions for air raid? Do I really need to do it? I don't really need. So anyway, let's just cut open the strings here. Just cut open him up. Open him up. Open him up. Open him up. There we go. Oh, some string also here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. We got that. And the piece of paper that stores the accessories. I hate this with a passion. I really hate this with a passion. Okay, come out, accessories. Come on, accessories, come out. Thank you. Oh, we got more accessories. Okay, more wings. Okay, all right. So get get out. Who needs ya? Who needs ya? Not me. Not me here. No, no need ya. I don't need ya. Anyway, so okay, all right.
And here we are, Ultra Magnus.
How? Ooh, wow! He's large. He's large.
So for those who need a quick size comparison with a figure I'm fairly certain everybody has by now, here's the Armada Prime. Or here.
But how do they scale in vehicle mode though?
For now.
There we go. Like
But
that.
before we do,
I'm happy to report that on both legs, on both feet, for my air raid, they tab in very nice and perfectly. So that's good. And he has ankle tilts, which is quite nice. I do quite like that. Thank you very much. I'm always happy with robots that have ankle tilts. And we got a new person joining in the stream here. It's one of my good friends on Instagram, also on Discord. We got Artemis M. Although his camera is a bit lopsided. There we go. Perfect. Perfect.
hello,
There.
Artemis.
What up, Artemis? My guy. I can't hear you, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't hear you. Maybe your earphones are not proper. Try it.
Hello.
I can hear you now. Okay. Okay, good. But yeah.
There we go.
Air raid has a waist swivel too. Okay. All right.
So
Let's see.
let's
Hello. All good, Artemis. All good.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like watching TV with my family whenever like you were like, "Hey, you should join this," and I was like, "Oh, oops."
But there we go. All right, we got air raid in robots mode. Standing. Hopefully. Wait. No, I think it's supposed to rotate. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay.
Okay.
But there we go. Oh, hey, KS, welcome back.
There's a view mode comparison, or I guess in this case.
Holy! And Artemis got Megatronus. Hey, you got Solus Prime's murderous boyfriend.
Well, it depends on if you know the lore, I guess. Complicated lore, depending on what iteration. From what I know, like Prima liked Solus, but Solus and Megatronus were right together, but the jealousy led Megatronus to killing Prima. That's what I know. Don't know the full story, but
Mm, mm, mhm. But
um I
there we
do have
go.
the fire. I do have the fire. I did see someone, I can't stay long, but I did see someone like totally repaint this with like darker tin and went over the yellow and stuff and a couple of the lines with like glow in the dark
Ooh,
orange paint. I'll
ooh.
try and find the post and I'll send it to you on Instagram. I can't stay
Okay.
long. It's a school night, but
Okay, that makes okay.
I
That's
do
okay.
appreciate you guys inviting
Understand.
me. Hopefully, I can be here soon more for everyone that is watching. I know it says Artemis M, but I'm Artemis Productions on YouTube and Instagram. It was lovely to meet you guys. Hopefully, I can do this more often. Um,
Yeah,
you
it's
two
good
have a
to
wonderful night. Thank you so much that for inviting me.
yeah,
Hopefully, more in the
of course,
future, but yeah,
of
I'm kind
course,
of in final season.
of course, dude. No problem.
Peace out,
No problem.
guys.
All right. Peace out, Artemis.
You guys
Peace
have a
out.
good night.
All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's a school night for him, so he had to go to sleep soon. But that's fine. That's understandable. But anyway, but yeah, air raid, and from the front, he looks pretty clean. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, air raid looks pretty good. I do quite like it. Yeah, I definitely like the robot mode on air raid a little bit more than slingshot, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, looks good. Looks really good. I really like it. I really dig it. So let us transform air raid into his jet mode. So all right, let's see how he fares. All right, there we go. So flip in the fist, I believe. Yes, flip in the fist. Flip in the fist. Do you fold this? No, you don't fold this. So you just peg this in like so. Peg that in just like that. There we go. And then just bring this out. Tap that in, and just tap that in like so. And then bring the tail fins down. Bring this down. Rotate that around. Rotate that around like so.
So, for those who have been paying attention, this bit up here, this is blue bolts.
And he does transform into a robot.
She. Blue bolts is a she.
Blue Bolt is a she?
Yeah, but blue bolts was never in the 2001 show.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. She wasn't.
Now, that being stated, here's what I'm going to say. So, I did flip that thing from the robot mode to the weapon mode because it comes in robot mode, of course. Really cool, solid articulation, very solid joints. Nothing literally feels like it's going to fall apart at the drop of a hat. The robot mode is actually really cool looking.
I had no idea that Blue Bolt is a she.
That all that said, thanks to the nostalgia in me, she's never leaving weapon mode.
Huh. Oh, it's a she. Oh, she. Oh, it was a. Oh, Blue Bolt was a she in the end of G1 universe. Okay. Oh, I didn't. I had no idea. Design wise, I thought Blue Bolt looks like a. like a male character, like a she.
That
Huh. Interesting. Huh. Never knew Blue Bolt was a she. Well, now I know. Okay, so now what do we do here? Make sure this tabs in perfectly. Right? Yes. Nice, tab in perfectly. And then this will go over like that. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. There we go. Make sure everything is nice and tabbed. There we go. And then do the same thing on your side. Just fold this up like so. Hold that up. Whoop. And there we go. Yeah, my copy of Air Raid is good quality. Everything works as it should. And yeah, I will say Air Raid is a really cool aerial bot here. Really nice. Definitely like this better than the Combiner Wars Air Raid that I have. But I will admit that the Combiner Wars Air Raid has more color on him, but I kind of like the cartoon accuracy a little bit more, so I personally dig this one a little bit more than my Combiner Wars version. So yeah, really, really nice. But who wants to see a comparison review of this guy with Combiner Wars Air Raid? Because I think I could do that, a comparison review, maybe. Or, I don't know. We'll see.
that's ultimately up to you.
What was that? What was that? Did you say something?
So that's ultimately up to you.
Up to me. Okay, yeah. But yeah, all in all, Air Raid, and we got 2 area bots, 2 down, 3 to go. So yeah, yeah, nice to have 2 members of the area bots already. So good. Then their jet modes look good too. Yeah, I think Slingshot has the better jet mode, and Air Raid has the better robot mode. But that's just me. Yeah, because Air Raid's jet mode, this bit here is my only real complaint. But other than that, I mean, from this angle, he looks good. So yeah. So we're almost there to Superion. Yes, 2 more, the 3 more area bots to get. Just need to get the Silver Bolt. Then we can start combining these 3. And yeah, very nice. I digs it. I digs it. Digs it very much. Woo-hoo-hoo. So is anyone excited for Thunderbolts? The fact that Thunderbolts was filmed in my country, I am excited for it. Yes, I am. I am definitely excited for it, and I definitely want to watch it.
Are we really about to bring that joke back?
Oh no! Stop! Stop! Don't remind me, please. Anyway, but yes, yes. Anyway, all right. So finally, Solus Prime.
She's awesome.
I can imagine her singing opera. Just saying. Anyway.
Well, I mean, she is a force master, so
There we go. All right, here we go. This is the most interesting deluxe in this wave, in my personal opinion, because I technically, you know what? Technically, I have 3 Solus Primes. So I have the Solus Prime that came with the Octo Punch, and I have the Solus Prime that came with Repugnus, and now I have this Solus Prime. So 3 Solus Primes I have. So
if they stand that tall, they don't count.
don't care. They're still Solus Prime. But anyway.
I
So-
care.
Okay. You care. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, so now let's open her up. Let's see. Let's see if Inktastic's disappointment in Solus Prime is justified. Okay.
I mean, ultimately, it's his opinion, but his opinion I genuinely do not agree with.
Yeah, honestly, you just need to. He just needs to appreciate the design aspect of the figure. So, because the design here, it looks good. Yeah, and her alt mode is pretty dang cool. Okay, so we got the Forge out of the package, and all right, there we go. This white paper. I'm always very not gentle when it comes to unboxing these. But anyway, so we finally got another 13th Prime member because we already got Vector Prime. And oh, hey, Justin. Okay, now the design is peak. It's just trying to transform her into her alt mode. Ah, I see. But I will guarantee you, I will have a much better experience. I don't mean to brag, but you know, I always find ways to. Okay, she has ankle tilts. Okay. Okay, on my copy, when I rotate her legs, it doesn't pop off. So that's good. That's good. With some people they say they pop off, but mine doesn't pop off. So when I rotate her legs, rotate her feet without any pushing or whatever, uh, they don't pop off. So that's good. So I got a good copy for Solus Prime here. So yeah, pretty nicely done figure here. I really love her robot mode design here. Really dig the head sculpt. Even the head sculpt, like the head sculpt is nicely painted. I mean, look at that. Just look at the shiny paint. Woo! It's just beautiful. The green paint for the eyes, silver paint for the face. I love it. Yeah, very, very cool.
At this point, I'm just reading all these comments talking about all the AOTP stuff and how things are kind of split amongst a lot of people while I'm sitting here playing with my Hatch level Mega Prime.
Yes, you do, and you enjoy it, so stop lying. Oh. Hey, I'm not lying. I find ways to transform my figures nice and smoothly without clearance issues. Okay? I'm like that. Okay? I enjoy a lot of my mainline figures. So.
Yeah, and I am currently the master of getting figures to stand. Yes, exactly. Meanwhile, BC has Omega Prime. Exactly.
Yep.
And no, mine is not shattering to pieces.
You heard that right, peoples. So.
And trust me, if mine did, Hasbro would not have been able to escape me.
No, they won't.
I would have been infuriated.
You would be infuriated if your Ultra Magnus yellowed. Yeah.
See, I'd be less mad about that than I would be an actual like breakage.
And then we have the Forge. And I like the Forge. That looks cool. I really dig it. That's not what I was talking about, JJ. I was referring to you enjoying bragging. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. All right. So you have to remove this so you can actually plug this into her hand and plug that in right there back. There we go. Oh, very tight. And there we go. There we have Solus Prime holding the Forge. Look at that. Oh, very nice. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Very cool. So yeah, I dig the Solus. I really dig her. I really dig her. I really like her. Yes, and I like how she has her Solus Prime symbol on the hammer. which is quite nice. I think that is really, really, really thoughtful. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna transform this gal into her ult mode. Okay. Now I managed to transform Bone Crusher and the aerial bots without the instructions.
Bumblebee, Flemister Prime. Hello. What?
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, not talking to you. Talking to our son.
Oh. Anyway, so I'm going to transform. Oh, wait, no, hold on. You can actually store the hammer on the back of the figure. Okay, you can just use this peg that you can flip out, and you just store it on the back. Whoops. Come on. Store it on the back. Store it on the back. Store it on the back. Okay, so it does store on the back, but it doesn't really stay all that well. But you can store the hammer on her back. So I'm doing good. I'm having fun with the new stuff here, and it makes me very, very happy. So, okay, Inktastic, let's see what issues you have with the transformation. So I might do a tutorial on her if I can. So yeah, so let's just transform her into her vehicle mode. It should be pretty easy according to MGO. So. Okay, and flip this out just like so. And then you flip her head in. Okay, flip her head in, and then bring this down just like so. So have you watched Combiner Wars? I've watched everything from the Machinima Wars cartoons, and yeah, those cartoons are not that great.
Yeah, Combiner Wars was a trash cartoon, and I will not be taking any arguments against it.
Okay, and then we just rotate this around. And this figure has a lot of steps too. And oh no, this looks very very vulgar. That just looks no. That looks very vulgar. Oh no.
JJ, Marvelous wants to know what your thoughts are on Beast Wars Neo.
Never watched the show, so I can't really say anything. So
I have. I think it's great, but I say you need to form your own opinion. So watch it if you want to.
yeah, I never watched the show, but you know, but the designs are cool. That's all I can say. Yeah. And especially Big Convoy, because we're gonna get a Big Convoy next year. And when I showed BC that we're getting Big Convoy next year,
I lost my friggin' mind.
Yeah, and it's a leader class, not a commander class. It's a leader class. So, and I'm okay with that. Leader class, it's fine. All good. So, but anyway.
I mean, you can want to get into it all you want, but whether you're actually going to, well, that's going to depend on what your knee-jerk reaction is to the first couple episodes.
I mean, look at me. I have the Beast Wars Magmatron figure from Legacy United, so and I love that thing to death. So, okay.
Also, JJ, in case you couldn't tell, super mode.
Woo! Okay, flip out the wheels, flip in the feet, flip in the feet. There we go. Flip in the feet, and close up the wheels again. Close up the wheels again, like so, and rotate her feet like so. And then you want to bring, unlock the knees so that you can, actually no, don't unlock the knees. You don't need to unlock the knees, or maybe you do. Yes, you do need to unlock the knees so they can actually fold this up and tab that in. Tab that in, just like so. That tabs in very nice and secure like. Just unfold, just fold all this in and make sure everything's lined up properly.
JJ.
Yes?
Justin Yates wants to know if you can join. Do I own any KOs by any chance? That entirely depends on what you're referring to, Nariko.
Okay, sure. I can allow you to join, but no F words, Justin. just to I know you have a condition, Justin, but just try, Okay, just try. I can allow you to join. Okay.
Where is he?
Bumblebee for Mr. Prime. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say no to that one. Sorry. I'll say yes to Justin, but I will say no to you, Bumblebee for Mr. Prime. Because not no. Nothing against you, but it's just my choice. Okay. My stream, my show, my this.
So I will address Marvelous's question in a second, but to kind of back up what he's saying, if anybody is going to sit there and give him crap over the fact that he is telling one person yes and the other person no, let me remind you, this is his show. He has that right. And if you argue with him, you won't deal with him. You will deal with me. He gave me the permission to crash out on anybody that tries that with him. So just keep that in mind before you continue forward.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the mood. BC's thoughts on Omega so far, any QC. So I have no QC issues, thankfully. I have absolutely none. He's been great across the board so far. I have yet to have any major issues. There were some fit and finish problems with him at first, I will not lie. That said, mileage may vary. If you did back him and you haven't received him yet, be cautious is all I'm going to say. Like, be cautiously optimistic is what I'm going to say.
About Omega Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Why? What's wrong with it?
There's some QC issues going around with it. JJ, will you do a collection tour video someday? I mean, that's ultimately up to him.
What are the QC issues? Because I haven't heard about them.
So some people had the torso part on Prime crack and break. Some people had Ultra Magnus yellowing.
Okay, there we go.
I'm afraid of.
All right, there we go. And in case you couldn't tell, I absolutely love armoring this thing up. Like, don't get me wrong, I grew up with the original two figures, so like a lot of this, I will admit, is some nostalgic memory coming to my brain. That said, holy crap, the way this thing makes me feel as a toy collector.
I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna cry when I get mine.
I will not dare judge you for one sole reason.
I mean, I lost mine years ago because we used to live in this old house, And in the corner of my room, because my room was actually wasn't really originally a bedroom. My dad took and put this wall in this one area because there was only a 2-bedroom house. So he literally built a freaking wall, and it was okay. You know how small the little area section was in Harry Potter that he had to sleep in?
Yeah, you had something similar, didn't you?
It was smaller than that.
It's giving me.
It was pretty bad. Anyway, the one corner where the foot of the bed, it would be like where my right foot was at, that corner of the bed, on the floor, it started to sink in. And I was always, basically, my stuff was always disappearing randomly in there. And we had mice problems, so I'm guessing mice would take my stuff and go down in that hole and just use it for nesting or whatever. So at some point, I ended up losing practically all of my Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus.
Ouch.
The only thing I have left is like part of Omega Prime's head, like just a piece of the half of it, specifically the front piece, and
Well,
then I had the side pieces of Optimus Prime from his like regular robot mode head. And I recently lost that. I cannot find it anywhere. And that really made me angry. So I was going to use it for a custom.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah. The only thing that I have left of those. And the thing is, I got the Optimus Prime as a Christmas present. I love that thing. I was driving my parents nuts because I was pretending the Christmas tree was on fire, and I would shoot the missiles at it, pretend like I was putting the fire out.
Hmm.
Well, that's
And
one
that-
to give his parents a heart attack.
Not as much as I did my mother when I actually shot her with one of the missiles and it hit her in the eye.
Jeez.
And of course, I laughed.
Gee.
So,
And then my birthday is right after Christmas, 'cause in January, and so we went to. My dad took me to the toy aisle. I was looking at all the figures, and I ended up noticing
That in?
Ultra Magnus. I thought it was pretty cool. So I wanted that because it's another big figure, but you can go with my Optimus Prime. And I also on the back, I saw that it could put a bunch of cards and stuff on it. I thought that was cool too. I never had anything like that. So I picked that out for one of my birthday presents. And of course, I couldn't wait to get home to open it up. So I opened it in the truck. And it just kind of fell apart. And then when we got home, I was messing with it some more. And like a week later, I'm messing with it. I'm looking at the instructions. I saw that it could combine with Optimus Prime. So without using instructions, I'm just taking it apart, messing around with it, and figure out how to combine them on my own. Mind you, I was only 8 or 9.
I see.
8, I was 6.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
It's actually come out.
So in 2001, I was 9 in 2001.
Guys, I think this figure just made me fall in love with it even more.
Big beefy boy.
So we all know that he does not have any firing missiles, right?
Yeah, I hate that.
They referenced it. I literally just plucked it right out of the blaster in the ladder.
So can they all be taken out, or is it just the one?
I'm going to assume, yes, all of them can be. But just like, dude, the fact that you can reference it on this toy at all is such a plus to me.
The one thing that I wasn't happy about that they actually rectified and did was the missiles that came out of Ultra Magnus's weapon. They actually I was happy when they turned around and said that they actually printed out the weapons to put in it.
To be fair, they made Omega Prime's gun a robot mode, so
I want to see if they can actually do this real quick. Hang on.
I wonder if they're still gonna do a video showcasing how all of his super mode parts can combine with Omega Prime.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on as well. I asked Evan directly when he was planning on doing that, and he told me as soon as the thing starts shipping out is when he's planning to do it.
wow. And the joints look so tight on Optimus Prime here. Wow.
So what do they plan on calling it? Omega Prime Super Mode or something?
I don't know myself, but if I were to take a guess, I would basically just go with something super or something simple. Super Omega Prime.
There we go. Optimus Prime. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh.
Look at that super mode. Oh, that super mode looks awesome.
Yeah. That butt is definitely looking real awesome. Anyway, so let's turn it back around. And then we're
Yeah,
going to fold. Let's fold all this back up in a way so that he's not like super unwieldy.
I heard someone say that the original looks more cartoon accurate, but I don't think that. So yeah.
So for one, he's not just flat out. He's not. But at the same time, neither is this one. Neither one of them are 100% cartoon accurate.
But it looks pretty close as far as I'm concerned.
It's a pretty awesome figure, all things considered.
Yep.
Now, one thing that me and Bees were talking about was we're thinking that DNA Design has an upgrade kit planned for this, like whole entire conglomerate. And while I don't necessarily disagree with him, one of the things on that really kind of triggered the whole my nostalgic bias cannot allow that. He wants them to make articulated hands for them. So while yes, I do agree that would be really awesome, there's a part in me where I love these guys' original toys so much that to see so many aspects of their original toys are still present on these, I literally look at them and I go, why would I want to change that?
It seems unneeded.
Speaking of DNA, I am still waiting for them to give us that upgrade kit for SS112 and 114. You mean TF1 Prime and Megatron?
Yeah, that's what he means.
Okay. I mean, cool. I had no issues with that. I had no issue with that reveal to begin with, but
The only thing
that's not really doing anything for me. So
yeah, but the only thing that Megatron was missing was the triple barrel cannon, although that would be overpowered for him.
So yeah. Anyways, so that is Omega Prime. Now, one thing I'm going to say about the battle mode, and this does kind of irk me a little bit. Like, keep in mind, this is not a deal breaker under any circumstance. This is something that honestly, it's just again that nostalgic bias coming out. I hate the fact that you can only put the smaller pistol right there. I hate that so much. I want it to be like right here because that's where it went on the original toy.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So yeah. I can obviously I'm not gonna get like super bent out of shape over it. Because like either way, no matter how you look at it, I finally have a new set of Omega Prime. I cannot be any happier. Now that said, unfortunately, I already kind of had to shoot a lot of people in the foot early, well before this came out. If you backed as I have Omega Prime, and he comes to you, and you're going to be in the scrapyard for top 5 of 2025.
Mhm.
If you put Omega Prime on your list in any way, shape, or form, you are disqualified.
It's already on my list.
Then you would be disqualified right away because it's too easy. It's literally a case of, I know for a fact there will be so many people on my show alone that would immediately say, yeah, my number 1 is Omega Prime.
But honestly, there's
Just
another
no.
contender from this show that's going to be on there. Skypipe. I mean, he's automatically on my list too.
But yeah, like the sole reason why I'm doing it that way is to promote actually making people really think about what came out this year that really just spoke to them. Now, again, in my heart of hearts, this whole set is number 1. I'm not going to lie to you. This automatically is going to take the top spot no matter what.
Honestly, I would put Optimus Prime as number 1 and Ultra Magnus as number 2, and because of that's how I ended up in the order that I ended up getting them.
There you go. All the figures, all the stuff.
So would that still make me disqualified in that case?
Wait, so are you talking about having the original figures or the HasLab?
I mean, yeah, either one.
If you're talking about the original toys, then no, you would not be disqualified because at that point, if you received those this year, you received them this year, so they count.
No, I'm talking about the HasLab, but instead of them being Mega Prime, it's them separately as their own individual characters.
They all came out as one set. So the entire set is one slot. And I'm sorry, no. That's too easy. And just to ensure people know, when we go to do the top 5 of 2026, if you put the HasLab Lyle Kaiser on your list, you're disqualified.
Because it's going to be cheating.
Basically, it's cheating. At that point, you're going to put the HasLab at number 1 every single year. That's not... Again, it falls into the whole it's way too easy category.
Yeah, way too easy. How is the chest, on the Optimus Prime, pulling the chest and then pressing it back in for transformation? How is that? Is it too tight?
My first time doing it was absolutely friggin' terrifying.
Oh dear.
But once I kind of figured it out,
hey, what's about
as soon as I figured it out, no big deal. So that said, that's the bulk of Prime here, at least as far as Prime on his own.
One thing I'm glad they changed about the updated versions are the tires not being rubber.
Yeah.
Thank God on that. Like, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of nostalgic bias for a lot of parts on this toy. That's one aspect of it where I'm so friggin' glad that there's no that they didn't just go straight for the OG toy.
Alfonso is here.
I have a question about Dragon Megatron.
Dragon Megatron, what?
Yeah, from Legacy. And this is something that I've been wondering about the past couple of days. Are these gold pieces on him? Are they like actual gold plastic, or are they just painted like that?
So they are actually gold plastic, but it's not like the deadly gold plastic, if that makes any sense.
Okay, but is it still gonna end up cracking at some point?
No. In that regard, nah, dude. You're gonna be fine. You'll be alright.
Okay, so I've been worried about that.
Legacy Dragon Megatron does not have gold plastic. I can. Well, for the tail, yes. The tail, yes, he does.
The claws too.
The talons, the feet are gold paint.
No, I'm talking about the talons.
Gold plastic, but he does not have gold plastic syndrome.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. Because GPS is not a thing anymore. So.
Well, better not be.
We're in 2025. GPS is not a problem anymore.
Hey, what are you doing? Get away from that.
But yeah, so anyway, my overall thoughts on these 4 brand new figures I just unboxed. Bone Crusher is pretty solid. He's good, but mine came with a bad QC problem, which is unfortunate. But Slingshot is really good. I really dig it. Way better than Combiner Wars. And then Air Raid also way better than Combiner Wars. I really like his jet mode. Looks really, really good. Solus Prime, I love her. I absolutely love her. This is my favorite figure of the bunch. I just love the fact that we're getting official figures of the 13 Primes. And yeah, Solus Prime, she rocks very hard. So, but yeah. Bumblebee for Mr. Prime, I already told you no. That's my choice. I already told
Honestly,
you no.
I have no clue if my Walmart or area has them yet or not, because on the first of the month, they took and moved all the Transformers, like the Transformers section, completely towards the end of the aisle, or right in the middle of it. And they just started getting some of the new stuff, and
Okay.
they barely had anything. And
So
as such, I just ended up saving my money. I still had money from last month, and that plus what I got this month, I have close to $400 in my pocket.
wait. Before you continue, I just noticed something about my air raid. They actually molded in the back landing gears right there.
Did you know if you take out the landing gear on the front or on the back of his head, not him but Slingshot, it makes it look like he's got a ponytail or a bun?
Yes, but even he has a molded in landing gear as well. So they don't roll, but they're molded in. So, but
I've never had this much money before, and I'm freaking out a bit. Also, it's burning a hole in my pocket.
how would you rank them, JJ? This is Solus Prime is definitely number 1. Close second would be Slingshot. Air Raid close third, and unfortunately Bone Crusher is dead last because of the QC issue here. But they're all solid. They're all fun figures to mess with, and I'm definitely excited to complete Devastator and Superion. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Ooh. Yes.
So, what are your chances that they take that frog character from that Naruto crossover set and remold it into Slapper and give us a 3-pack with the other 2 RD 2001 Predacons?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dark Scream and Gas Skunk.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and I'm telling you right now, if those 3 do not get brand new molds of their very own, the fandom will lose their minds.
Also, and I don't understand why they haven't done this yet. Why they haven't given us X-Brawn and Prowl yet to go along with Cyborg? I'm still waiting on that. And I swear they better repaint them into their super mode colors too. Hell, they could even do like a 3-pack of that.
So, JJ, you want me to take over for this one?
Actually, I need to say my thoughts on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Considering how incredibly mid the Legacy Sideburn is, and that is a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a major fact.
It's a based one.
And considering how incredibly mid he is, I guarantee you, we're never gonna get X-Broad and Prowl. No. We're never gonna get
You need to quit with that slander, sir. You need to stop that. Okay?
And considering how incredibly inaccurate toe line is, even though I actually like the design of that toe line,
that thing really angers me.
I'd
rather use another word. It starts with a P, ends with a D.
Okay, Justin, calm down. Just imagine that toe line as an extreme version of toe line. So.
Yeah, an extremely lame and piece of. Yeah. I could easily think of a way to make it work. And also, he's not just a tow truck; he's a customized tow truck in the series.
King, I'm gonna ask you a question. Who is Hasbro's current CEO?
I don't know.
Chris Cox. He is why the line is not screen accurate.
Yeah, 100%. That's why. Because he
colors-
doesn't care about us.
The colors are there, and he still transforms into a tow truck. But
Anyone know his current living coordinates?
No, and I'm not going to condone any acts of violence.
Who said anything about acts of violence? I'm just gonna have a chat with him.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I know exactly what that means. Don't you try that. Besides, I got dibs.
Wait, do you have the parts for him to get into robot mode?
Yeah, you always had to.
Okay, how about I just propose a team up?
You can propose whatever you want. That don't mean you're gonna get it.
Oh dear. Hold on, let me monetize.
So yeah. Anyways, so there's Ultra Magnus on his own.
So yeah, very nice.
I'm okay with what they did with his weapon, making it like a weaponizer, which can also help fill out like the gaps.
Honestly, adds to the play value. So
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. If that toe line figure from Legacy wasn't labeled as an RID 2001 figure, would you be mad about that, Justin?
Hey, Ink. Keep in mind, between the three of us, who has the shotgun?
I'm straight up crazy, so.
I asked you a question, Justin.
I know, but he was talking, so.
Okay, so I asked again. If the Legacy toe line wasn't,
It would still be a piece of shit.
If I ain't allowed to say that, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. No. I'm sorry, Justin, but no.
It still would be.
Are you seriously hitting me right now?
Oh, where did he come from?
What do you mean, where did he come from? He's like,
I know, I wasn't even paying attention.
I was about to say,
I was looking at JJ. Well, you know, the one, the JJ in the red, not your JJ. Oh, I gotta be specific now because there's two JJs on here. This is gonna be as confusing as that time I found out there was me and another Justin on the bus. This is actually true. The other one got in trouble on the bus. Bus driver called our first name. We both took and got up. We were like, what? Turns out it was the other Justin that had trouble and not me. Ever since then, I'm like, I didn't do it.
Have y'all have any hopes of a G.I. Joe crossover movie? Because I genuinely don't care. I just want to see more Decepticons.
I heard that being pushed back because of everything.
Honestly, at this point, man, they need to just let it go. Actually, you know what? No. Permission to go on a little bit of a rant.
Honestly, why they don't do just like a live action series?
Go ahead,
to explain some stuff first and then have the movie.
This is what needs to happen with the live action Transformers movies going forward. And if anybody is going to argue with me on this one, I genuinely want to know how it feels to be wrong. So, with that said, if we're gonna keep getting movies, get rid of Lorenzo B. Bonaventura, please. This
Yeah,
dude doesn't know what he's doing. He keeps thinking that by saying all these random things that he's hyping up the movie, when the reality of it is he's confusing the consumers.
yeah.
How is it that the things that are happening within the Bayverse is still connected to Transformers 1? Explain it to me.
I'm convinced he's out of his mind.
It's out of his mind. He genuinely does not want to admit Bumblebee's a reboot. He doesn't want to admit that Rise of the Beasts is a direct sequel to Bumblebee. He doesn't want to admit that the friggin' Bayverse is over and that they're moving on. And I am so tired of the fact that he's consistently, at every chance he's had, not only make people look stupid for telling us, the fans, the one thing we're hoping for,
Yeah.
to just swoop in and immediately spew his bullcrap, and all of a sudden, that person's word no longer means jack because his name means more to the franchise, to the live action stuff than theirs did, even though they're the ones that do the bulk of the work.
Excuse me. Honestly, one thing that annoys me.
Wait. Justin, he's not done. He's not done.
Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. Fire Lorenzo. Open up interviews for people who can more than fill his spot. Make sure that somewhere in their resume, they mention the cartoons they grew up watching. And if Transformers pops up in there in any way, shape, or form, they are the ones you keep in mind. So, once that's done, you then put them through the interview process, you hire them in, and you let them do their job, because anything is better than Lorenzo. I do not want to hear any more excuses for Lorenzo's jumbled mess of a brain that is spilling out of his mouth. We need to genuinely have an honest conversation with ourselves, because I want to love the live action films again. I really do. But I'm at that point where it's the same tired old crap. You want to know the one time where it actually genuinely felt like it was something new and invigorating? When Travis Knight made Bumblebee. When you put a Transformers movie in the hands of a Transformers fan, you get magic. Not even step out. He needs to be literally forced out. Because it's at that point where they're all sitting there like, well, he's the most experienced.
Yeah, I need a word with Lorenzo.
Sir, let me ask you this. So let me ask you this, sir. So, do you have a secretary by the name of Sarah, and her last name happens to be Bellum? Because you clearly can't make any decisions for yourself.
Am I the only one that's hoping that Blitzwing will eventually show back up?
To close this out, I don't mean to toot my own horn when I say this, but let me put it into perspective for you guys. Unfortunately, the series that I had to put on ice because I just don't have the time to work on it anymore. But when I had a lot of scripts written out and I had all the conceptual plans for it ready to go, Transformers Evolutions, as much as I wanted to give it to Transformers fans and let them read it and see how they felt, like my friend and such, I sat down and I gave it some thought, and I'm like, why don't I go ahead and I let a casual give this a quick read, see how they feel.
And?
I handed it to my sister. She read it for 5 minutes. And yeah. She told me I struck friggin' gold with this.
Wow.
So if I, someone significantly younger than him, can make something that is actually going to appeal to the casual audience, what is your excuse, Lorenzo? Now I'm done.
Am I the only one that's hoping that this will eventually come back, but this time
Okay.
be an actual triple changer with, because he'll be back with, he'll still have like his jet pieces and everything, but he was only be able to be revived with pieces from another vehicle, or like, for instance, a tank, and this time he'll actually be a triple changer.
Oh. Mm.
I mean, that would actually be a good way to introduce him being an actual triple changer now.
Yeah, well, he's not a triple changer anymore, unfortunately, for the Bumblebee movie.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, in a future sequel.
I'm gonna go back to my Omega Prime because I need to relax.
Yeah. Show the combination to Omega Prime because I want to see that shaking hands thing.
What I was gonna say about Bayverse and Bumblebee movies is, I acknowledge that, as much as I like those movies, I acknowledge that they were over with. And then once, Bumblebee movie came out, and it was
finally high time to just accept that it was over.
oh, sorry, I was fixing the cord.
Yeah, honestly, Bayverse is
Anyway,
over.
and then we were all told that yes, Bumblebee movie was a reboot. After that, I acknowledged that the Michael Bay movies were done and over with. Even though I liked them, I acknowledged that they were over. But what gets me is people that still act like, it's not dead, like it's still alive. That gets me. Like, they can't get over it. They're literally gatekeeping it.
It's only alive in toy form. That's it. That's all there is.
Yeah,
and in,
live in
and
toy form, that's it.
DVDs, as well as DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. My copy of Bone Crusher has a very warped left arm.
Okay, so you want to see the handshake, right?
Yes, I want to see the handshake when they combine because I love that handshake.
I haven't gotten to that episode yet. I haven't continued watching it, and wait a while.
Yes.
And JJ, have you ever even watched the show?
I've watched the show. Yes,
Okay.
I've seen the show.
Riddle One is what got me into Transformers.
I
Same
have
here.
seen the show, and I can never be mad at the Legacy Toy Line figure because I love that mold. So
I can be.
You said an RD figure I got this year could easily be a contender, but not the HasLab, right? I'm
Correct.
just double checking.
Yeah, correct. You are 100%
Megatron
correct.
count.
You
But
can't.
RD 2001
no
Megatron count.
but I am excited overall to get the Skybite. I'm very excited for it.
Oh, trust me, I'm very excited for that myself.
What RD 2001 Megatron count?
Riddle One, if it's the original or if it's a retail release for the modern age, he counts. The only time it will not count is if it's a HasLab.
What if it's like not entirely there, like complete, but still the figure itself anyway?
Doesn't matter at that point.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
If you receive the figure this year, it qualifies. But if it's a HasLab in any way, shape, or form, it does not count.
No, it's not Hasselblad. It's the original Megatron. I got it to use for parts, but I kind of fell in love with it, messing around with it.
Because
There
it's
we
an
go.
awesome freaking toy.
I managed to. Oh, TFA is going to be here. Okay, cool.
Come on.
Like, I've actually been trying to hunt down
There we go.
one that's because I want to have a full
I
one.
managed to transform Solus Prime into a Ryukomo, no problem. So,
I originally got this for parts for customs.
just untap this, transform her back into robot mode, and see if I can do it without instructions.
Also, hey JJ, you remember how you were talking about? You or BC was talking about Transformers 1 Southern Prime. There's one thing that bothers me about him that I noticed is that when you put him next to the other figures, he's basically a deluxe at twice his price.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't really care. So, yeah.
I
I
don't know.
It is disappointing. I will admit that. But at the end of the day, does the figure function?
Yes.
Then what you complaining about?
I mean, I don't have the figure itself, and I can already tell you that I'll love that Sentinel Prime figure to death, even though I despise the character in the film.
Okay, then I have a question for you, JJ. Is there a figure that you genuinely feel is crap?
Tolan.
For me, it can never be O-line because the quality of that mold is good. So
Oh no, I'm talking about me. The thing is,
I mean, okay, so
Okay. While fair and valid, I asked JJ.
I know.
for me, that title has to go with Dark of the Moon Leader Class Sentinel Prime. I will forever despise that mold.
Which one?
The original Dark of the Moon Leader Class Sentinel Prime.
Okay, that one. I need to hear all your reasoning first before I say anything.
I figured that.
Transforming that thing is an absolute nightmare, and I managed to break off a side view.
Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Jetfire would like to have a word with you.
No. The Revenge of the Fallen Leader Prime would like to have a chat with you.
I've owned that one too,
Because he's gonna have two. He's gonna have two flip out counter arguments for you.
I've owned both of them.
Hi,
Along with
TFA.
Megatron.
What's up, TFA?
I still got Megatron.
Oh, we broke no weep any bone.
So if it feels like I am teasing, I promise it's not on purpose. JJ really wanted to see this thing combined.
I don't
Are you
mind.
doing TFA?
I'm not really looking forward to mine tomorrow, to be honest.
Why?
Those QC issues have me worried.
Oh,
yeah, same. By the way, I still
I'm
have not
fine.
gotten my notification about it yet. I'm kind of worried.
Two people were talking at once, and it's overwhelming. I think I heard what BC. I heard what both of you said, but it was just a jumble. BC, yours may be fine, but from what I've seen, a lot of people have had issues, specifically with the yellowing of Ultra Magnus and also that chest crack for Optimus.
Honestly, BC's the first one I've seen get his.
So I'm just a little worried about mine. I know there's a fix for the chest now, but that yellowing, that already is like, oh great. And it's so sad too, because it's like 4 out of 5 of the HasLabs thus far, or 3 out. Wait, hold on. Unicron, Dre Saber, Death Stars.
Had QC issues, so
I wonder what.
Okay, so 2 out of the 4 so far. We don't know if Lio Kaiser is going to have anything, but 2 out of the 4 have already had QC issues. Or no, 3.
Wait, Saber was one of them, right?
Yeah, well, Unicron.
What was his problem?
The ring mainly.
Huh.
the ring for Unicron, some people reported that the clips were so tight that they actually ended up breaking.
Oh,
I could have sworn there was another issue as well. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was actually one of the face plates for Unicron too, because it's clear plastic. The clips on those are starting to crack.
ooh.
Well, yeah, but that's the fault of the clear plastic.
Yeah, but it's still a very noticeable or very notable QC issue. Not to sound argumentative or combative. Victory Saber was plagued with a lot of issues. The tips of the cannons for Victory Leo ended up breaking.
Wow.
Star Saber himself, one of his arms could just snap off at ease.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think Death Source has been the only one that doesn't have QC issue. Also yellowing on Star Saber.
Yeah.
You'd think with as much money that consumers have put into these items, Hasbro would have had all this stuff figured out and fixed.
Yeah, well,
you think that, but bear in mind this is that.
yeah.
Honestly,
No, they'd rather be
QC,
cheapskates.
QC with me. I have a bone to pick with QC. So
It's like oh,
QC
sorry.
for me. Let me say my piece first.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I'll say it.
Sorry. I've said
so-
it 3 times, I'm sorry.
So as far as QC goes, I like to say this in mind here. Keep this in mind that QC does happen. Should it happen? No. But does it happen? Of course it does. It happens to everybody. Everybody is plagued with QC, is targeted with QC issues. As a buyer, we have to, we as a buyer and as a collector, we want to try to get the best figures of best quality, you know. But here's the thing: if we keep getting figures, getting QC issues, loose joints and everything, then yeah, it does turn us off from buying the figures. But it's not going to stop. If we stop buying, QCs will still happen. So
I have a counter argument. These are brand new and literally just being released to people who bought them. That shouldn't be happening. Period.
but again, you have so many copies. Some copies
Especially
will have
right out of the package or right out of the boxes.
some copies will have the best quality. Some copies won't have the best quality. Some copies will have like degrading. Not degrading. What's it called?
What
mold
degradation?
mold degradation. There we go.
What's that?
So basically, mold degradation is essentially when they reuse a certain mold so much over and over again, it kind of wears itself out. So like the newest copy that comes out with that specific mold will end up being probably the weakest of the bunch and is also prone to like a lot of issues. It could be certain parts, it could be the overall mold as a whole, it could be anything between connections not working properly, loose joints of any kind, brittleness of plastic, etc., etc.
Ooh, kind of like what Siege and Earthrise Starscream, because they use that a lot, along with Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
Now I have my 86 Bone Crusher with me right
All the
now,
examples.
and I have a QC issue with this copy. I don't know how this happened, but the plastic just got warped for my left arm.
I just thought of another one.
So that's just not filling me with confidence, Hasbro. So that's just not right at all.
Wait, what's wrong with
Thank
it?
you.
I didn't zoned out for a
The
bit.
plastic is just warped. You see on this right arm is like so perfect, and then this arm is all bent and smeared.
Oh,
And that's why I couldn't tab in super securely when I tried to fold in the arm. So I had to remove the tab on his left arm. So yeah, this tab was supposed to be there, but I had to cut it off because I wanted perfection for the arm.
oh, that sucks, dude. I'd take that back and get another copy.
ABC, can you give us a good shot of his head
you
sculpt,
know,
please?
me personally,
I can
I-
try. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I-
Too many people are talking at once.
wait. Let me finish first. Me personally, I'm not gonna get another copy because I'm gonna put him in alt mode and his combined mode anyway. So
Okay.
I'm not that upset when I know I can actually fix it and get things to tab in alt mode, and I'm fine. So, I mean, there's a tiny.
Oh, that vac metal looks so pretty.
Oh,
Hold
look
on,
at that!
hold on. Let me make sure that you can actually see him dead on. JJ, can you zoom in on me, please?
Look at that! Look at that beautiful thing! Oh, look at that beautiful
That vac
thing!
metal looks so pretty.
Woo! That gold chrome looks good. Wow.
It's not chrome, it's vac metal.
That's Chrome. Leave it alone.
Don't you snap at me.
I will snap at you all I want.
It still looks like chrome to me, so it's chrome.
Well, I'm just
If
saying
it
they
was
stated
made,
they
if
stated
it
it's
was,
they
if it was made
stated
out of
it's vac metal though.
It's Chrome.
it's chrome.
It shines like Chrome. It's Chrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm
very
busting chops. It's fine.
I'm very specific. I'm sorry.
You know when Emgo reviewed Air Raid, he had a QC issue where the one side of the feet doesn't tab in super securely. Thankfully, mine does. So, yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you get them early sometimes too.
Well, I mean, I got all of my AOTP stuff super early, and I didn't have any QC issues.
Thankfully, I haven't had any either, but you never know.
And thankfully,
Yeah,
on my Solus Prime, you know the section of the foot where they say it pops off when you rotate it. Mine doesn't
Yeah,
do that.
I haven't had that same issue either.
Mine doesn't do it at all. So.
well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the look at Omega Prime thus far, because it's super cute if you thought it was done. Because
Of course, you're not.
Of course
there's
you're
a
not.
big finale here.
Look at that sword. Look at that sword.
I might just give that to Fort Max, even though it's not
I
as great.
do not think you'll be able to be honest.
Wait, what?
I do not think you'll be able to.
Why?
Because it's key to where it'll only really fit properly in Omega Prime's hand.
Well, I guess I'm looking for a DNA design upgrade kit or an SDCC Fortress Maximus.
The other thing I'm not looking forward to is all the QC problems, which I asked BC to tell me all about. He was talking to him when I joined earlier.
Well, like I said, I kind of listed off the
so-
QC problems too, like Ultra Magnus yellows, and then there are two cracks that form near Optimus's super mode torso because there's like a friction hinge that's too tight, or not a friction hinge.
The inner robot.
Yeah, it's a friction type thing, and they used too thick of like ratchets, I guess, and it like slowly grinds away at that plastic, causing those cracks. There's a fix for that, but you shouldn't have to fix a figure of this caliber.
Just like I got an issue with my Warfare Cybertron Gamer Edition Ratchet, which I'm just gonna have to straight up get a new copy and get rid of the one I got now because I'm not getting any help with it.
Oh, so you're the one with the QC issue.
JJ, I told you about this a while back. Did you forget?
I
Chill out, man. Jeez. We're all friends here.
Anyways, so yeah,
That generally bothers me with that figure, though.
so
I
bearing in mind, we
format.
know about the QC issues, and we know for a fact that I am one of the most brutally honest people when it comes to toys, right?
Yeah.
We know that. Like, we know this for a fact.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Even despite the fact that this thing has QC issues, and despite the fact that there are this whole entire package does things that bug specifically me to no end. This thing is BC sealed.
Awesome.
For those who know how my rating system works,
I can vouch for
beefy
that.
feel is the top grade a figure can get. What it means is that the figure
It's a
has
10 out of
a point in its own existence where it far transcends anything else within its own caliber. This to me is Toy Fried Gold. The QC issues sucks. And no matter what happens, if you get a figure that's riddled with QC issues, it's gonna suck.
Hey, look.
It shouldn't.
I never will like it, but at the end of the day, if you get a copy where it's fine right out of the box, and you really only have like the little nitpicks and the little nagging issues, you walked away pretty good.
Realistically, though, shouldn't have any issues. But yeah,
I just jazzed or Sentinel Prime.
no, you.
Now to make a counter argument to you, TFA, real quick, and I'm going to quote MGO when I say this. There isn't a price that you can pay that guarantees good quality control.
You're not wrong.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you can get lucky, sometimes you not. So
Exactly.
Yeah, but
It's all luck of the draw. It does not matter. Every figure we buy, we're rolling the dice. It does not matter what the price point is.
QC
Yeah, but-
issues happen because why? Human error.
Yeah, but you shouldn't, especially for something that's being manufactured and backed like this. It shouldn't have issues like that. But that's null and void.
I do see what you're saying, and I do get it. In a specific aspect, I do feel the same way. But I also am thinking on a more realistic scale.
Well, yeah, no, I mean it's not like
It's not a price you can pay that is going to guarantee you good quality control. It simply does not exist.
No, it doesn't. It goes to the same with third-party figures too. So.
yeah, it's well.
You want no better example. Look at all the different problems that MP44 had, and he's double what this costs.
Yeah. To think they're still shilling out that mold too.
Now we're getting a new version of that.
I think the last one they're doing with that mold is Shattered Glass Prime.
Now, all that being said, I do have something to say about MPG-17.
That's the train dude, right?
That is the new NP scale prime that's coming out.
That's the one I was just talking about.
I
Here's the
literally
thing.
feel like that thing is just going to be a leader class, like an old school leader toy with extra bells and whistles, and that's it.
It is a thing that exists, and I am not buying it.
Yeah, you say that now, and then you're going to end up cracking because it's you.
No, I'm honestly not buying it.
All right, so I'm putting 20 on the table now. Who says he's going to buy it?
I'm being serious. I'm genuinely
I'm
not buying that.
your shots. It's fine.
I have no intention of it whatsoever. It doesn't appeal. Like, oh yay, Optimus Prime again. Like, we love him, but like, what's the point of this one?
I don't know. The engineering could pull you in. So.
I don't care about the engineering. It's another Optimus Prime that's G1 stylized, and I already have the two most perfect versions in my personal opinion: Earthrise and SS86.
I still don't have that. I found one in stores, but it was all taped up. It looked like it was returned.
Let me make something very clear.
Oh, also,
Not trying to start no arguments. I'm just going to simply say this. You said the same thing about Devastation Prime, and you cracked hard on him.
I didn't get him though.
Yeah, but you still ended up with it. Did you not?
Yeah, but David owed me a favor anyway.
You still ended up with it.
Yes.
Like, you're trying to worm your way around it. It's not working.
It's not working for you. It's working for
I
me.
mean, look at me. Look at
It
me.
may be working for you, but it's not going to work for anybody else. Where we can literally see, dude, you still ended up with it. Yeah, well, I didn't pay for it. Yeah, but you still ended up with it, but I didn't pay for it. It's like girl math.
It literally doesn't matter if you pay for it or not. So you still ended
So I'm
up
gonna
with
leave. You two are bullying me now. Bye. Bye. It was nice being here.
But wait, hang on. Wait.
it. Oh.
Hold on. I'm gonna entice him. I'm gonna entice him back. Here, hang on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah, tidal wave. Summon him back. Summon TFA back with tidal wave. Yes. Perfect way to summon him back. And also, no, not getting him. I don't need him. Stop it. TFA, where are you? Come back, man.
Hold on. I think I gotta rub it real quick. Hold on.
No, kiss it. You need to kiss it.
Where'd TFA go?
I think he's just messing with us.
He's not even in the backstage. I can't even animate.
Hey, tidal wave.
Should recreate the scene in the game where tidal wave is trying to kill Optimus Prime in the game.
No,
There you go.
Bullies, the lot of you.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything. I wasn't even here for it.
It's like that one episode of The Big Bang Theory. What the hell did I do?
Okay, excluding King. You two, bullies, the lot of you. How dare you?
I went to go blow my nose, and
What
you're
did I
just
do?
gone.
Hey, TFA, we're just messing with you.
I know, so am I.
What the heck is that?
Override.
Is that a custom smoke screen?
No, it's
I just said it's override.
Stop
Oh, it's
snapping at
override.
people. My God.
I thought it looked like a Beast Hunter smoke screen. The
Yeah, but
colors.
No, it's
sideways.
override.
I'm
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, what is it? The Legion,
I hit the bed now. It was nice.
Well,
watching
Legion
you.
class figure.
from what line? Revenge of the Fallen? Hunt for the
Yeah.
Decepticons?
That's
No,
from
it's the Hunt for
Studio
Decepticons
Studio
one.
Series mold.
Sideways no, I
mold.
know.
As much as I do love this thing,
There we go.
there's one thing that I love more than anything else in the world.
You love your logo, okay.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Decepticon Enforcer. I took Deluxe Class Crowbar and repainted it into Decepticon Enforcer. That was like back in 2021. Or no, that was back in 2020. Either 2021 or 2020. I had to go back and check the posts.
I have no idea. Oh, you're heading to bed, Ink? Okay. Sleep well.
And this one I had to stop because I kind of ran out of the paint for it.
Oh my God, he grew so much hair.
It's now the official character for it is named Recluse, but I already have custom name Recluse.
There we go.
So I'm gonna call him Crumple Zone.
Well, y'all just witnessed his firing missile gimmick.
He grows up so much every day. He grew so much hair. Oh my God. And it's your hair too. He's a mini me.
Hello,
wait for it.
Hello, cutie.
Just have to wait for it to get darker, and then he'll literally look just like you.
No precious. Hello.
This one's completely done. It's a
Precious.
double punch.
So yeah, this bar none is the greatest action figure I will ever have.
So
I don't know if I'm allowed to make the joke here or not. Dang it.
What, the Human Titan class?
Yeah. No, the human
going to use.
No. The human has lab.
I don't know who I'm going to use as the Arisen. I might use Bumblebee Prime as the Arisen, or Optimus Prime as the Arisen.
I think. See, we were talking about primes. I was actually going to say something, at least for the time being, because I think it'd be kind of fun, at least like as like a multiverse type thing. When I start taking photos of the primes, I will still use RAD-01 Omega Prime as Omega Prime, but I think I'm going to use him as Nexus as well.
See, what's super funny about that is I was thinking about where am I going to place Omega for the rest of the duration while I'm here, because he's going to have his own spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I was literally just thinking, why don't I do that too?
Yeah, because it's a multiverse type thing with the primes now, so why not? Dare M go say why not?
Okay, technically, I have 3 primes from the 13 because I have the Times Return Alpha Trion also. So
No, you have to wait till you get the Age of the Primes Alpha Trion.
I probably won't have to wait because I have Times Return Alpha Trion.
Watch the Age of... Sorry.
I'm not 100% sure what the plan is for Alpha Trion.
Probably brand new mold, I think.
Yeah, I don't think
I
they're
hope
gonna...
so, because we basically... Are you kidding me, JJ?
Uh-oh.
What'd you do? Wrong, JJ. Never mind.
What did he do?
I guess we're not gonna find out on stream because it's a private matter.
Yeah.
Naruko asked a question. I want to acknowledge this. What are your thoughts on the disappointing-looking Transformers game coming soon called Transformers Eternal War?
Never
I
heard
kind
of
of
it.
like how they're using the Siege designs for some of them. Siege and Earthrise.
It reminds me of like Raid Shadow Legends,
Mhm.
except like kind of low budget, which is fine.
Justin, that mold, the chest doesn't close.
I was talking, but okay.
Tifa was talking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Eternal War, like, it just feels like Earth Wars, but slightly different, really. They have some interesting ideas, but it's fine. What I'm more disappointed about, and I can't believe Hasbro, well, no, I can believe it, especially with Chris Broken Cox. The fact that they sent a DMCA to the developers of the Roblox game Transformers Crossfire, and they got that shut down.
That was from Roblox, isn't it?
No, the game's from Roblox. The DMCA, basically the cease and desist, was directly from Hasbro. They shut down a fan game. A really good Transformers fan game. And now they're forced to like redesign everything. And I saw the changes, at least the 2 new designs they're doing for Bumblebee and Ironhide. I don't like them. We had the perfect Transformers Movieverse game, and then they just had to shut it down, and it's so sad.
Send me the new designs. I want to look at them.
You talking about the one with the Fire Brothers has been playing lately?
Yeah, that got shut down. Hasbro sent a DMCA directly to the developers, and now they are basically going to have to completely overhaul the game, and it doesn't look good.
Let's just face it. The Transformers game franchise is dead. It's just dead. Let's just face it.
The Transformers franchise as a whole is basically what's dying at this rate. Like, yeah, there are people out there who are like, oh, we're saying that the Transformers... Excuse me, my throat's closing up. Stupid anxiety. People are saying, ew, the Transformers franchise, isn't dying. We're the fans. We make it alive. Yeah, until the franchise itself dies, and sadly, that's still happening. We're not getting a Transformers 2, as far as I'm aware. We haven't gotten a decent video game since Fall of Cybertron. Devastation's good, but Fall of Cybertron was peak. The comics and the toys are the only 2 things that are keeping this franchise on life support. And it's genuinely disappointing. It is so sad. Now they have to shill out for all these different collabs with all these other different franchises and companies and basically use them as even more life support to keep this franchise running. They're basically doing what G.I. Joe was going to do with the Transformers movie. They're piggybacking off of it, which is fine and dandy, but like at the same time, you're hurting your own franchise. You have demands from fans that have been waiting decade for a decent Transformers game again, and you just for some reason are like, no, we're not going to do anything. Granted, the developer of Space Marine Warhammer is going to be making a AAA Transformers game, and I hope it's going to be as good as what Reactivate was going to be, if not better.
I think I heard about that.
But I don't have any high hopes for this franchise anymore, and that's coming from me, and that hurts.
I'm looking at the
And-
new models for the Ironhide and Bumblebee for Transformers Crossfire.
Not even Crossfire anymore. It's
It's
what's it called now? I forget the name.
I don't know what it's called, but anyway.
Transformers Skibbity Sigma.
Don't make me puke.
Anyway, the designs. I don't know how to feel about it.
What's it called? Hold on.
Anyway, give me a second. I'll be right back.
To answer JJ, on this specific copy, no, it won't shut. But on my original one, yes, it does. I don't know why it won't shut on this one. It was like that since I got it.
Oh, it's called Steel Crossfire now.
maybe
It was like that long before I started painting on it.
Yeah, that's an issue with Earthrise Scorponok.
Oh, this
Earthrise-
wasn't Scorponok. This is Sandstorm painting into Double Punch.
Well, same difference. It's been an issue with the mold.
Double Punch is the only one, or not Double Punch, but Sandstorm is the only one I have. I don't have Scorponok or the 4-pack version.
Never had a problem with my Scorponok, but I guess
I don't have a problem with Sandstorm either. Mine the first one I got, there's no problem with. It's just this was the first one that's done that.
Maybe
It does
the
not bother me.
maybe the extra paint is preventing it.
I literally said that it was like that before I started painting it.
What Transformers needs right now are, of course, better advertising for their movies, better games, better toys, a better CEO,
Anyway,
and a boot
this
to throw at soap.
I started painting on this one, but I ran out of the paint for it, so I had to stop.
Wait, we're trying to make him green and black.
Yeah, paint grip. No, there's okay. You know the RPMs, Transformers RPM, where it's like the car with the robot underneath it.
Oh yes.
Well, there's one sideways where he's green, but its name is Recluse.
Okay.
My problem with that is I've already got a custom Transformer that I named Recluse, so I'm naming him Crumple Zone.
There
Oh,
was a Crumple Zone though in the toys.
Oh well, I don't care. I'm making
sure it
this
was
one Crumple Zone
Recluse.
because I want to.
Hold on, I'll look in a minute. I need to refresh.
And I got another Shadow Raiders, and I don't want them all to be like this. They're alt mode. I'm making the alt mode be the same color, so I'm making this one purple.
oh, that's good. Cool.
Now I want to get more so I can have one that's also one in green, yellow, red, and blue.
Mhm.
And the reason
don't
why
see-
is that way you have basically three whose colors are two mixed together, and then you have the three that make those three colors.
I don't see anything by a Transformer named Recluse.
Recluse.
Recluse. Yeah, no, okay. I thought you meant like recluse, like spider.
No, it's a recluse.
Well, yeah.
Recluse.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're doing it right. That's the one for the RPM, Revenge of the Fallen. He was paired up with Sideswipe, and then Crumple Zone showed up in Dark of the Moon. So you could still call him Recluse.
Well, my problem with that is that I've already made a custom that I named Recluse. So that's why I'm naming him Crumple Zone, which is also a Transformers Cybertron reference.
Yeah, I know that. But my Unicron
So I
trilogy.
thought that would be neat, so that's why I went with that anyway.
So glad we got two primes from the third.
Okay, this I'm actually proud of because this is something I've been talking about doing for a long time. About doing like alien.
Whoa! What do we say?
You remember how I was working on a custom Transformers X Predator custom?
I heard the F bomb.
I said 4.
Oh, sorry.
So I said I've been wanting to do 4 a long time.
Okay.
Anyway, do you remember that, TFA?
To be honest, I don't even remember what happened yesterday. So no, I'm not gonna be able to remember something that
Well,
happened. Like,
so I'd also talked about how I wanted to do like Marines and eventually a Xenomorph.
oh, okay, yeah, no,
Alien
no,
figure,
it's
crossover figure, as well as like some of the Marines. Well, I finally did one of those. I mean, I'm still working on the Predator one. Literally 5 years later, I have not got that thing done. Mostly because I kept running into issues, which I fixed some, not all. But you can't rush perfection.
Mm.
Anyway, this.
I am sorry. What?
What?
One of the most recent Fairy Brothers videos about the concept art. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
No,
come
no,
on.
please
You
tell
literally
me.
just made
Please
a
tell me
short.
that's not true.
I
Please.
just made a short
I'm putting my phone
concerning
down.
the concept art figures, and we still haven't gotten even the reveal of the concept art Widowmaker. Are you serious?
Dude, please tell me. See, this is what I'm talking about. Transformers as a brand just shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh, you talked about Widowmaker potentially being canceled. I heard about that a while back.
2 weeks ago, apparently. Hold on. Dude, man, I still want to see, like, a bunch of, like, concept art stuff. I mean, I still want Gamer Edition stuff, which I know we're gonna get, but, like, now it's...
I'm so behind on Gamer Edition.
God dang it, man.
Okay, I'm going to respectfully take the floor here for a couple of minutes because I got some things I need to say.
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
Me neither.
Whatever it is, you did it.
Me neither. I'm innocent until proven guilty. Or so my lord.
Oh, no. See, my scrutiny right now is mainly aimed at the Transformers fan base as a whole.
Didn't do anything.
Just let them speak.
I had been hearing all of this about how one side is saying the brand is basically dead, the franchise is basically dead, it's dead this, it's dead that. And then we have the other side of it where they're all talking about how, well, we're fans. So long as we still support it, it's still alive. Okay, so while yeah, TFA definitely did have a point, here is where I'm going to chime in and hit you guys with something that, let's face it, is a genuine fact, and it cannot be argued. And I genuinely would love to see you try, because I'll debate you on this all night if I have to.
Real quick, can I just say that I never said that?
No.
It doesn't.
It's not on you. It's not on you. Not on
Nor
you.
do I agree with
It's not on you. This is for the entire fan base as a whole. Not on you. Not
I know.
on
I'm just saying. I've never said it, nor do I agree with it.
Yeah,
Here
just
is
Transformers being
where
dead.
I am going to go ahead and put my boot on the neck of the entire escapade.
Better wash that boot.
How much we sit here and say we are fans. We complain about the tiniest little things to a ridiculous degree. And it has reached a point where we have become so greedy within our own fan base that we are failing to understand that the brand dying is just as much our fault. And like, I'm going to make an example. I'm just going to make a quick example. And I'm not, like, I swear to God, I ain't trying to throw anybody on the guillotine for the sake of making a point. But we literally just had an entire bout, even if it was for the sake of a joke. It does come and it is rooted in the idea that we as fans genuinely just cannot take a win. When I brought up the whole thing with MPG 17, TFA immediately responded with, well, I'm not getting it. Well, I'm not getting it. Well, I'm not getting it. And I retorted with, yeah. Well, you said the same thing about Devastation Prime, did you not? And guess what happened? It's the same exact idea.
Somehow I had a feeling I was going to be brought up.
For me, it's about saving money.
He was giving fair and valid reasonings as to why he genuinely just does not want it. And while granted, that's fair and fine and dandy, that's ultimately his opinion at the end of the day, and I will never try to take that from him. Will I bust his balls every so often? Yes, I will. But that's beside the point. At the end of the day, we as a fan base will find any reason to hate anything Hasbro does. That's just a genuine fact. So, if you want to keep this franchise alive, shut up. Like, that's a genuine answer to the problem right there. Just shut up.
Yeah.
The moment you have the plate of food from Hasbro right in front of you, shut your mouth and eat.
All right.
And I'm at that point where I'm going to say that every single time I hear somebody complain about anything. When the gimmick started going away, people were losing their minds over it. And to this day, they still won't shut up. Point at you, Aladar.
Oh, dang.
What gimmicks are exactly that you're talking about?
People are getting super upset now over the fact that due to a lot of different reasons, a lot of the articulation that we got so used to getting is slowly starting to go away. Well, gee, maybe if you would have actually bought the figures while they were coming out and appreciated them for what they were, you wouldn't be stuck in that mess now, would you? Oh, gee, maybe if all the Armada characters that we've been getting thus far,
I just don't
when the Power Links Hotshot got revealed, and he was going to come with Jolt, collectively, the entire Armada fan base threw an effing fit.
I still
Y'all
don't have
would have just shut up and took your win. We'd have had mini-cons by now. If you would have just shut your mouths and taken the win while you still had it, we would have had all the mini-cons by now.
Speaking as an Armada fan, I didn't complain.
So no, I do not want to hear, well, so long as we are still supporting it, it's still alive. You are the reason you are the reason the franchise is dying. You are the reason the franchise is on life support. You are the reason that this franchise desperately needs something new. Because if it does not get something new, it's going to fizzle out. It's going to die, and we are all going to be left with the scraps of what it could have been. And all we are going to unanimously say is, why didn't I just shut my mouth?
And
now I'm done.
Let me add.
Speaking of Armada, I still only have Armada Megatron. I have not gotten any of the others yet.
Let me add to PC's point here. This is a genuine fact, and honestly, it's not an opinion. It's a genuine fact. It's the entire fan base's fault that Core Class died.
There's some figures I would have liked to have seen Core Class. I actually love the Core Classes.
If our fan base didn't
So did
complain about
I, but only to a very specific extent. So see, even I'm just as guilty. I'm not buying full waves, not like how TFA is. Like, I don't buy full waves unless it's like freaking AOTP, where literally almost every figure I was raring and ready to go to skip the Grimlock until I found out it was going to be on sale, and I was like, you know what? I like the blue. I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Still need to pick that up at some point or get
For
it.
me, it's because
you see my point though. Like, I really don't buy full waves anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a hot minute. I just genuinely don't see the point in how much people are whining and crying. Shut up and take the win.
Like, for example, like for example, let me give you an example. Like, okay, the updated pretender characters from the legacy line, like Skullgrin, uh, Bomber, Iguanas, to some extent it's Bludgeon, but no, he's based on IDW Bludgeon. We still got updated pretender characters. I mean,
Mhm.
the idea of having the
Ping,
pretender
can you
shell,
stop? I can't really hear.
uh, I'll mute him.
Oh no, don't mute him.
Fine.
You were
Anyway,
saying.
as I was saying, see the idea of having pretender shells fuse with the inner robot. I thought it was really a neat idea. And look at Skullgrin's alt mode. What's he based on? He's based on the inner robot alt mode. The inner robot alt mode didn't look as good as today's Skullgrin. So
Yeah, same with Iguana, same with Bomb Burst.
yeah, so tradition.
Iguanas was actually pretty neat figure.
Yeah, Iguanas
Now-
is love him. And another example is Legacy Bludgeon. Head retool, people complain because it's not the G1 head. I'm like, it's IDW Bludgeon, it's Comic Universe Bludgeon, it's so specific, it's Comic Bludgeon. So,
Were you talking
It's
about
not-
the main release, or are you talking about the one from the 2-pack?
main release.
Okay. I had to picture
I mean-
what you were talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, sure, yeah. It's just a head retool, but that head is gorgeous. Don't get
I
me
feel
wrong.
sorry for the 1 and 2-pack because he's missing his bottom jaw.
It's a comic thing. You have to read Stormbringer.
Yeah, I know it's
Anyway.
a common thing. I'm just making a joke.
Anyway, JJ.
And of course, let's see. Another example. Legacy Cybertron Vector Prime. Yeah, sure, he's not 100% perfect. He's not 100% there, but we still got a toy of Vector Prime in physical form. We still got a modern toy of him with a Cyber Planet key and a sword. So Cybertron fans, please take your win, man. Please take the win.
See, I
So-
can't deny I'm guilty about complaining about it, but at the same time, I'm pretty happy we got him too, because it's like, how often do we get a figure of that design? We haven't gotten a figure of that design since 2005.
Yeah.
Sideways?
And
Vector Prime.
Oh, I thought I was talking about sideways.
No, we didn't even mention sideways. Pay attention.
Speaking of sideways, I don't own it yet, but I will. That is gonna be on my list for favorite figures of the year. I've never owned the original. For the price of that now is ridiculous.
I never owned the original too, so but I can't wait to get that sideways.
Same.
I own the
It's-
original twice,
So
actually.
apparently,
It's
I saw-
one of the figures of the year. for me.
wait, Justin.
Hey there.
Justin, let me finish. I saw one dude. I think he's from the UK. He found Excellion and Sideways, and apparently on Excellion's box is still the Decepticon symbol.
You're not going to let that go, are you?
I'm not gonna let it go because he's
It's the
supposed to be
same thing with Stu Series Hatchet having a Predacons insignia on his instructions.
That's for the instructions. Who
But
reads
again,
them?
human error. I
I
understand.
do.
Human
I
error.
just skim over them and then
Two
mess with the
people
figure.
talking at once again.
Justin, please. I'm talking.
He asked a question, I was just answering.
But anyway, but fans just need to learn to be happy with the figures they have and be happy that characters are still coming out, that the characters they want are still coming out. Be happy that this figure came out, be happy that, the 13 primes are getting figures, be happy that, that Q is here, be happy about it, and yeah, people just, even though figures may have QC issues, just be happy for what they are. So
See, I want to piggyback off unless PC, you want to say something first, and then I can hold my thing because it looks like you wanted to say something.
Huh?
Did you want to say something? Because it looks like you have been wanting to say something, and I can wait until I say what I gotta say.
No, I was simply just going to state that, I have a specific way to how I collect now, but at the end of the day, I'm still supporting the franchise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So while yes, I do have Bomb Burst. I think he's a fine little core class. I'm never getting Iguanus because he doesn't appear in any form of animation that is of a cartoon.
See, my whole thing with all of this is basically, yes, you can be happy with what you have, and rightfully so, you should. But to make the argument of just be happy with everything the way it is essentially uh, treating us like, I'm sorry to say it any other way, treating us like iPad kids. Like, oh, parent gives us iPad, oh, we're happy, that's it. I saw a thing from Nostalgia Critic. Granted, however you feel about him is irrelevant. I don't care personally. If you don't like him, you don't like him. That's fine. But he talked about this specifically during his Transformers: The Last Night review, or rather pre-review, because he never saw the movie, but he managed to guess it almost 1-to-1, which is really funny.
Wow.
You can always ask for more, but you can always demand for better.
How can I review
There
something
is
I've never
no
seen?
excuse. I'm not saying every figure needs to be flawless, and I'm not saying not every figure can have QC issues. But when you are putting your money towards something at an or at a exemplary value, such as a HasLab, that you are paying to get manufactured, to get painted, to get molded, to get assembled, etc.,
Yeah.
you should not be faced with QC issues. Period. Especially detrimental ones such as, again, great example,
Mega Prime.
Victory Saber basically losing one of his arms.
Oh.
I've seen my friend Transformers, I think it was Transformers Stories on Instagram. He had to buy or contact Hasbro to get a second Victory Saber, and he had that same issue happen again. And then he ended up getting a third one, and that one was fine. The arm just snapped off completely. Tried to rotate it, and then just fell right off. With the way that the stock and everything is going, again, I am not innocent in any of this whatsoever. I have been that type of fan to be like, oh, this should have been like a 1-to-1. Oh, this should have been this way, that, and the other. There have been instances where I'm like, okay, this is a choice that they made. I accept it. A really good example, BC brought it up earlier. Power Links Armada Hotshot. Was I disappointed that Jolt was going with that version of Hotshot? Yeah, kinda. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like the toxic part of the Transformers fans who raise up torches and pitchforks and be like, Hasbro's the devil. They didn't give us mini cons in the main line. Arr. I was fine with that.
Like, see here. Like, for example, another clear example is the Legacy Buzzworthy tow line. Yeah, I understand people getting upset just because it's not screen accurate. It doesn't look like toe line, but the head sculpt does actually.
Yeah, just ahead.
But here's
It's toe line in a universe where he finally hit the gym. He lost that beer belly.
yeah, he became a junkie.
like the beer belly.
He got swole. He got them gains, boy.
He probably met up with Redgar and he decided to join with the Junkions. So that's Junkion toe line for you. But anyway,
It's
like
crap.
toe line, just be glad that we actually got a physical toy of toe line, whatever he is. You know, doesn't need to be
Throw in the
screen
garbage, start all over. That's what I say.
I mean, are we ever going to get a screen accurate toe line in the future? I don't know, but if Studio Series ever does decide to go on for TV shows like already 2001, then maybe yes.
I
don't
mean,
know.
look at it this way: they took their time with the Mega Prime and Skybite, but yet they couldn't with Toe Line. That's BS.
Well, I mean, they have to also use their molds at a certain rate or a certain percentage. Like, they can't just make a brand new mold every time a new character comes into play. That's why they got the workaround that they did with Vector Prime. Like, they had to use G-Axis another way. There was no other thing that they could think of.
I still don't care for that.
And that's fine. It's your opinion. But my point being is, it's also from a business standpoint, too. It's like they have to use their resources. They can't just afford to spend money at every problem and be like, oh, yes, we're a multi-million-dollar company. Let's make another new mold for this specific character that will probably only get like 3 or 4 uses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, I'm also not saying accept everything the way it is. You can demand for more, but you can also demand for better. And for the
I
prices
still
that we're
think
paying now, and for the prices that we're going to be paying in the future, because those the you can call this politics if you want. It's really not in this sense. The tariffs, the percentages for how they're going to be impacting the toy industry as a whole just got revealed today, and it ain't looking pretty. And from what I saw, it's going to take about 4 to 9 months for the market to manage to kickstart its way back up again.
That's
you
for the
know what's
U.S. though,
you
right?
know what's funny is that JJ doesn't have a problem with you talking about tariffs, but BC does.
I
Well,
mean, tariffs, I just call it as prices. Yeah.
well, tariffs are basically taxes, but my point being is it's just another price increase, and the fact is that again, Chris Broken Cox decides to be like, oh, collectors are going to end up paying up more money because we know collectors will basically spend anything on anything, but we'll leave the kids alone because they're kids, which is really dumb. Like it's
Okay,
decent.
Yeah.
but that's still a business level move. I don't
Yeah,
like it, but he is thinking with a business oriented mindset.
right. I
Mhm.
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I accept that. I don't have to like it, but I accept it.
So no, I'm not saying you have to like it, but I am saying you got to see it for what it is.
Yeah.
It okay. Let me put it to you this way: understanding how they're looking at it does shield the blow. Having that level of understanding and understanding the perspective does help heal the wallet somewhat.
Mhm. Let me let me read this real quick. I genuinely want to share this because this is interesting. So the impact of the tariffs of these upcoming taxes for around Christmas of this year. 96% of American toy companies are small and mid-sized businesses. 50% of them say they will soon go out of business due to the current US tariff policy.
Uh,
81% are delaying orders, small toy companies. Mid-sized toy companies, 87% are delaying orders.
uh,
64% small toy companies are canceling orders.
oh,
Mid-sized toy companies, 80%.
oh man.
Ugh.
Will go out of business within weeks to months, 46% for small toy companies, 45% for mid-sized toy companies.
So
What
toy
does that mean
companies.
for Hasbro then?
And they even showed a picture of what the one of the most well-known ports in Seattle looks like, and they are completely barren. And that port is one of the most active ones to get imported shipments and goods delivered there. And now it's like a lot of their stuff is like 80% vacant. It's crazy. It's so sad to see this happen. And it really bothers me because at the end of the day, these are just toys, man. They're collectibles for us. These are
Uh,
detrimental tools for our mental health, our emotional health, and our happiness. But they're being treated as luxury. And it's so sad we live in a day and age where it's like you can't even go online and find a figure for a decent, for a decent price, or you have to you get the figure and you deal with like all these issues that you're putting your hard-earned money hard-earned in quotations because not everyone can make money, unfortunately, but like you're putting your funds towards something that you think this will be of great quality, but then it's riddled with all kinds of stuff.
I mean,
It's not, it's even the fact too where it's like the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders, just like the PlayStation 5 pre-orders, sold out within seconds, and already scalpers are taken to eBay and everything else. And it's so sad that like stuff like this is being treated as like a luxury when simple people like us are just trying to enjoy it.
I've seen that with some of the Edge of Prime stuff, like Skybite lately, because I saw that in Heatwave on eBay for like double the price.
Yeah, well, I guess someone in the UK ended up getting them early because they're still not scheduled to release until August. And that may not even be a possibility now because, again, with these tariffs, and even though they're being on hold until, I believe, June or July, because it's a 90-day pause on everything, we may not be seeing any of the rest of the 2025 inventory until probably the beginning of next year, if we're lucky.
I
So
like
this is hurting everything, and it's not just toys and everything else, it's everything.
I
It's
guess
basically becoming like you have to be rich in order to just live. It's so sad.
I
I
guess that's
wasn't hate rich people.
I guess that's why we haven't even seen the reveals for a lot of stuff for the last waves of Studio Series and Age of the Primes this year. So
We're probably sorry.
Was gonna say I
because
want to piggyback off of what TFA was saying because a friend of mine in his area
PMs.
prices have already went up. Like the deluxes are now already priced as Voyagers. Voyagers are now leaders, and leaders are now like commander class, and so on and so forth.
oh no,
And
saw
this
that.
is like
Sorry.
a week or so ago.
I saw that as like an estimate for like someone that shared that. I don't know if that's going to be official yet because it ultimately depends. But
DC left
yeah. Oh.
or check messages. Okay, hold on.
I thought that mine was gone. I'm looking like, where am I at?
But anyway, like I hate to bring that up, but at the same time, this is something that's going to affect everyone. And again, at the end of the day, it's the fandom's fault at the same time. Like, we gripe, we complain, we may be a bit entitled. Not even may, we are entitled. Because it's like, as soon as they announce a character from a specific universe or something,
Oh,
they're
he's
like,
back.
they're like, oh, it should look like this, it should be like
Okay,
this, it should.
all right. Can we not bring up the tariffs because it's making me uncomfortable?
I dropped that.
Yeah,
No, what he means is he is trying to be very, very nice and asking people, can we please just move on and talk about something else?
yeah. Just don't bring on the tariffs anymore, please. I'm very uncomfortable talking about it, and I don't no.
Well, like
Not
I
on my
said, man,
channel.
Okay. Can I go back to something else that was said
Yeah.
while buying full waves of figures? See, I don't do that because of the money problem with me, because I don't get a whole lot of money each month.
Okay, yeah. See, for me, it's less the money issue and more I have a very set vision of what I'm wanting. Like, I'm not saying that your reasoning is invalid. Your reason is very valid. I've been in your shoes before. But what I'm saying is I've reached that point where, like, I am a very firm believer that collecting is a journey. And along the journey, and when you're along on a journey, one thing you're always doing on said journey is you're learning new things. I've learned through my collecting journey that there are specific times where you're never going to feel the same way about it. Like, for instance, there was a time where, like, even my own wife can testify to it. As soon as I had a job, I was buying wave after wave after wave after wave, and I wasn't even batting an eye.
Mm.
But then I swapped over to Masterpiece, and I enjoyed that ride for a little while. But then, as their prices were going up, their quality was going down. I started to notice it, and because of that, I ended up taking a massive hit to my own pride as a toy collector because I was literally sitting there like, I swapped over this stuff because I was a firm believer that if I pay more, I'm going to get more. And now it's at a point where I'm paying more and getting less, and I don't like it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's basically one of the key
So-
points I was making.
So when I came back to mainline, I pretty much took what I was already doing visually with the Masterpiece stuff and just applying it to mainline. And now I have one of the best collections that most people have to this day. And it's all because of the amount of work I put in to make sure not only am I buying the figures that are going to look the best, but I'm also getting figures that I know for a fact I'm going to enjoy, which is why, I'm sorry, I got to bring it up again. It's why Legacy United Soundwave irks me to no end, because I don't enjoy that toy under any circumstance, and I can specifically point out 2 people in here that swore up and down I was going to love it.
Yes, JJ and TFA.
I meant in the comments.
Well, we have to see what SS86 Samurai brings to the table next year because he's going to be a new mold.
Yep.
So
Like you see my point though, right? Like I was going for what I felt was going to be best for my own collection, and that's ultimately why I don't buy full waves anymore. So, for instance, kind of going back to the whole thing with the core class, I have core class Bomb Burst. He was in the Japanese continuity. I'm a Japanese continuity fanboy, so therefore,
you have to
getting
get it.
Bomb Burst was a no-brainer for me.
Mhm.
Iguanis does not have any animation appearances under any circumstance. So guess what? As much as I know for a fact that toy is actually pretty decent, guess what? I don't care. Why? Simple. If it wasn't in any form of animation that I'm gonna care about, then I'm not gonna bother.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying,
I respect you,
besides
DC, for
with
that.
the whole not having a whole lot of money to buy a whole lot of figures with, what I do is I'll just go through the ones I want more first, and if there's not that many, I'll pick one of the other ones and get that too. But in the off chance they don't have them, what I'll do is I'll go through and count and see how how many copies of each one there are, and I'll go from there. And the ones they have the most of, I know I won't get, but the ones that they had the least of, I'll get those first, because then I know they'll still have some of the other ones that they have more copies of next time I go. And then next month I'll go and get the rest of the figures. But there are figures that I don't really particularly care for, and so because of that, I know I just won't buy them. I'll save money for like the next wave or for whatever else if I decide to buy something else like that isn't Transformers, because I have other hobbies too, and I almost turned off the lights with my feet because I accidentally nudged the cord. And I've been doing that for years, and it's a good system. So,
Like for me,
don't fix it.
I try my best to complete the waves. I try best to complete the waves because most figures are brand new molds or they're characters that I really want in my collection. Like I don't really care if they don't appear in in the shows or whatever. If it looks cool, I'll buy it. Which is why I have Iguanas, because he looks freaking cool. So, and the quality on that figure is pretty good. So I love Iguanas for that matter. Um,
I actually have a good example for what you mean by that right here. So, is it alright if I show you the figure?
And another thing too, like I have to bring up the Legacy Megastore again because for me, I care about solidity. And when Combiner Wars Menasor was not solid for me, like he's a flimsy dude, and I'm like, I'm not gonna, no, I'm not, no. This Combiner Wars Menasor, no, not a solid dude. So I had to wait for a better one. I mean, I still have Combiner Wars Menasor, but I'm still not happy about him.
Hey, hi BC, what's wrong?
Yes.
Random question, but do you guys have any favorite Agent Simmons quotes? I'm directly below enemy scrotum.
That is the one quote I love it. I love it.
That was the only thing I could think of.
That's the only one I can think of. Yeah.
Oh, do you want those brand new teeth for Christmas that we talked about?
Ooh.
Well, that's where he's in that.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
I was telling JJ because he looked like he was confused what I was talking about.
So give me 1 second.
But anyway, I was saying, yeah, I care about solidity a lot. When something is loose and flimsy, I'm not too happy about it, and I'm disappointed by the quality. So Combiner Wars Menasor was like, I cannot. So I don't know if I'll ever sell him. So because I have Legacy Menasor and way more solid. He's way more solid. He can pose and stay together in one piece. So like that's why I love the skeleton system because it's more solid. So
I've got a perfectly good example of what you mean by what it wasn't in the movie, but it looks cool. Yeah, I'll show it to you.
who's that? Who's that?
It's a Viacon from Age of Extinction.
Technically, that car mode was in the movie.
Yeah, but I mean talking about it transforming into a robot.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't in the movie.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, that.
I mean, that happened in the movie, but the figure itself looks cool. I mean, especially the head sculpt.
Yeah,
So-
I never found that one.
Neither did I. I didn't find this one either. I ordered them off of Amazon for I think.
Trunk Keep too. Oh man, I wish I had that. I want a Studio Series version of that.
I was getting ready to say that too, because this is the one from Age of Extinction, but I want it of all three of them. I know what I think they should be like leader class and combined together.
New Commander class Junkie.
Like they should combine together because there was all three of them.
Yes, Commander class Junkie. If they can put Hook and Long Haul in the Commander class box, they can put all three bots for Junkie.
Now another one, and this is one I'd really like for them to do. Make an actual, like a deluxe of this. I would buy them all.
That is if concept art is still around. So.
If not, I've got an idea of what to do. And this is actually a big clue as to how I figured this out. Because of how that is. Take the Rise of the Beast, Bumblebee. I have a friend of mine, he has a 3D printer and can even make stuff and design things on her. What I was going to do is take, because he's also got this figure, I was going to see if he can take the blade that's on his and design it to look like this and replace the blade part with buzzsaw, and then take and see if it can 3D print me after I designed the head. Just and also use measurements of this as well as where the ball joint goes into the socket. That way, it makes it possible to swap the heads. Little modifications here and there, just paint, and bam, you got yourself a Viacon.
Okay, I guess that will work. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, his off-road mode is, I mean, not that far from being like this. I mean, given they're literally two different vehicles, but I mean, they're both off-road-esque type cars. So you can force it to make it work. Well, no, this and the Viacon, I never found them in store. I got them off of Amazon for I think $10 or $12 a piece back in 2015. Pretty cheap. I love these things.
Oh, can you grab me one?
Okay, sorry about that.
There was a question I had because I was thinking about Sideways.
What are you doing?
And it got me wondering, have the original
That's
Sideways, did that ever get repainted or slightly remolded into any other
There's a
character?
little dude.
Because I know the generations surged.
I personally apologize for that. Sorry, because some people talking about in the background. I had to mute myself. So sorry about that. But anyway,
Did you hear what I had?
which Sideways? What's the question?
No, the original, the Cybertron Sideways.
Was that repainted? Yes, to the noise maze.
Oh, he's right there.
I believe there was a repaint of Cybertron Sideways as Scourge, I think. You sent to Scourge.
No, I know. I speak to the Scourge. I know the Generations one got painted a couple of times into Rat Bat, and I think the other one was it was green and gold. I think it was called Serpentine.
Wait, Cybertron Sideways repaint. There was a Rat Bat repaint of no, Smooth Brain. What?
What? No, I was talking about of Generation Scourge, the stealth
Oh yeah.
bomber.
Oh,
That's what I was
Generation
talking about.
Scourge.
'Cause I know that one got painted. That one got painted into, I want to say, into, what was it called? Serpentine or something like that?
I think it got repainted into Rat Bat, Senator Rat Bat. And I
Was that-
believe that
That I knew of. That was the first one I mentioned, but the other one I think was called Serpentine. It was green, like a metallic green and gold. And I believe it was a Comic-Con exclusive, I want to say.
Serpentine. Let me have a look.
I don't know. I'm guessing that's what the name of it was. I'm not 100% sure on the name.
Not Serpentine, no. Let me have a look. Scourge Kiev Wiki, G1, and let me have a look at the toys. See Generations. He was repainted as Serpent OR.
Well, I was right with the serpent part. I was close.
Yeah, you were close. He was also repainted as the DEFCON from the timelines.
Ah, that one I knew about.
Yeah. Yeah, he Serpent OR had a figure. Is interesting, even though he never. Wait, no, yeah, he does transform. Yeah.
Going back to what I was talking about earlier about my crossover figures, this one I finally got around to doing.
What?
It is one of the Marines that turns into the dropship from Aliens.
For those of you who have Draculas, did y'all notice that the hands were borrowed from Studio Series 86 Scourge?
I didn't.
Because I just read it on TF Wiki, and yeah, the hands from Draculas are the same hands from the Sweep and the Scourge. I had no idea. I did not know that. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Oh. Well. Okay. That's interesting. Is that Tomahawk?
Yeah, it was what I used as the base.
Oh.
It was a junker piece because it wasn't complete. And I was messing with mine, trying to figure out what figure to use as the base to make it. And I was messing around with my Tomahawk, and I was staring at it for a long time, and thought, this would be perfect for it. So I went on eBay, found a junker one to use, and I got took
Are
these
those
from,
missiles? Are those missiles from Roadbuster?
yeah, from the one that I no longer have. It's
Okay, that actually works. Okay.
So, to kind of not to make it seem as if I'm trying to take over or anything, but I'm still willing to do comparisons with Omega Prime if you guys want to see them.
Yes, please.
So yeah, just tell me a figure you want to see him with, and if they're going to be easy for me to get, then I'll make it happen.
I
have
like
you
to
ever
see
seen the alien? Movie Aliens today?
comparison. I like to see a comparison between the Armada Super Mode and Omega Prime.
Oh, I got one. I got one. Armada Megatron, fully equipped with Tidal Wave. You know, the little pieces, not the full on.
Or what you're talking about, and right now those pieces are not within easy access because I'm I'm going to be moving, and JJ, if you really want to know, check the group chat.
Good luck with that. I know from experience moving can be a pain.
Mm.
But yeah, no. So, like, is there any other figures that are not specifically Unicron trilogy that you guys want to see?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Ooh, do you have
Oh,
Optimal Optimus Prime?
I do not have Optimal Optimus.
Okay, never mind.
I don't have either Power of the Primes nor the original.
No, Power of Prime's one.
I
It's
just-
one I was referring
I would
to. I
love,
don't
I
own
would
that either.
honestly love to see a brand new Optimal Optimus figure with all the modes in the future. But considering that DNA already gave the Power of the Primes Optimal Optimus all the modes, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Ooh, I got one. Magmatron against it.
Oh, as much as I'd love to do that, he's packed up.
Oh
So
no!
I just happened to think of it. I still need to get that. I want that figure so
It's super
bad.
funny to mention that, though. I have every single Commander class figure to date, and I'm telling you right now, Magmatron is my personal favorite.
I don't own any.
Except for Silverbolt and
I own 0
So-
Commander class.
Well, okay,
Hey,
fine.
JJ, have
Fair
you-
enough. I don't have Silverbolt yet, since you have to be so freaking technical, JJ.
Ooh, speaking of Silverbolt, I cannot wait for Quick Slinger, not Quick Slinger, but Quick Strike
Quick Strike,
come out
yes.
next year.
Quick
If
Strike.
that actually proves to be true.
I cannot wait for Quick Strike to go with Silverbolt. Yay!
I'm happy for those who are happy. Yay!
Hey, JJ, have you actually seen the movie Aliens?
I don't care for it.
Oh, but have you actually seen it though?
I've seen clips, but I don't care for it.
So you know what the dropship is then?
I still don't care for it.
No, not the dropship, like the vehicle, the jet.
mean,
you know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't remember what.
Oh. Well, the other reason why I picked Tomahawk is because the way he looks is close enough to what the dropship looks like.
Freaking gun in his hand.
That's
Ah,
the main reason why I chose that. But I did as a good job as far as making it close to resembling it as I could.
yeah, I think you did a good
One of
job.
the things that I did that was my own personal spin on it is because in the lore, Weyland Yutani basically their technology they took and got by reverse engineering Predator technology. And what Predators do is basically over time they upgrade their weaponry and their own technology. And considering that all the technology that William Yutani now has came from reverse engineering a piece of their tech.
The
I
outer
figured-
race very much operates like old school Indian tribes, where they will reward you based upon how good of a hunter you are, and if you are not considered blooded, they treat you very differently from the rest. And we're going to see that in action with the new movie that's coming out, Predator Badlands.
I was talking about technology.
Oh.
Yeah. So I figured since
But anyway,
Predators, they
unfortunately, I have to go right now. I have to end the stream here because lunch is ready and I'm hungry to death. So,
since they took reverse their technology, why wouldn't they upgrade, technology that they created from what they reverse engineered? So
we're gonna end it here. We are going to
Alright.
end it here. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching in the chat. Also, Alfonso made a little cameo in the chat, which is funny.
So
But yeah, I'm very happy to have finally have Age of the Primes figures in my collection. Hooray! Now I have 2 Primes of the 13, well technically 3 because I'm going to use one of my Optimus Primes as the Arisen, mostly Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, the first edition from ABC Toys. So I'm definitely going to use him as the Arisen because I think it'll work the best. But but yeah, I'm very very happy for Solus Prime. Definitely, she's my favorite of the bunch. Very glad to have some new Combiner members like the aerial bots and some in the Constructicon. So definitely, shout out TFA.
Anyways, so yeah.
TFA, I don't need tidal wave. Okay, I don't need them.
Yeah,
I don't.
Why
you're
did
right.
he
You
end up
don't.
leaving
You're,
anyway?
you're right. You don't need tidal wave. You definitely don't need tidal wave. You tell him.
I don't need tidal wave. I don't need them.
Does anyone know why he left that last time?
I can't afford I can't afford Titan class figures. I have two because I got Combiner Wars Titan class, well, Titan class title Devastator and the Kingdom Titan class arc. Yes, I could afford those, but the others, no.
So
You
yeah.
know,
So all intents and purposes, yeah, you don't need tidal wave. You're good there. But you do need 86 Galvatron.
JJ, that kind of makes you contradict yourself.
I can only afford core class to commander class. Okay.
Yeah, but you say you can't afford Titans, but yet you've got two.
Well. Okay, come on. I mean, don't do me like that.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I gotta point it out.
Don't do me like that, man.
I can't help it.
Don't do me like that. Yeah, of course I could afford those. Yeah, because at the time my dad was like was very excited for Devastator. So and we saw him and I'm like, oh, can we get him please?
Real quick, what do you think?
I was literally 14 years old at the time. So
Real quick, what do you think the off chances are of Vector Prime being repainted into his brown color scheme? Because I was talking about that with T-Fan Page 101 one day.
maybe it could happen as a flex figure. I don't know, but we'll see.
But he was talking about how he hopes that they do, because he'd like that. Me, I couldn't really care any less. But I'm happy for him if it does happen.
I mean, honestly, Vector Prime is actually a solid dude, but if you don't care for Vector Prime, it's fine.
But honestly, with the Skybite, I hope that gets repainted into the Hell Warp figure.
Mm-hmm. I love how TFA he says, "I'm kidding." By the way, partially. So,
I actually do want to get Tidal Wave. It's just timing.
in that case, Justin needs Tidal Wave, but not me.
The timing, though, is
and
just.
I certainly do not need 86 Galvatron. So shush, BC, shush.
I'm skipping on that one. So I'm okay with the one I've got.
Yeah, me. I am too. I like the purple better.
Also, my mother got me that for Christmas. So. 2 years ago?
And I might not need the 86 Springer because I have Siege Springer and I'm fine with him. So
I actually want the 86 one. I didn't care for the Siege version.
I cleaned most of my Siege version, so now he'll fit perfectly with the 86 cast. So
yeah. Oh, I got I kind of got screwed over on this deal. So I finally got Rise of the Beast Scourge, right? The person didn't tell me that was cracked and broken in 2 areas. I'm not happy about it at all. I'll show you because you can see it clear as day.
Yeah, you got scammed, buddy. You got scammed.
Also, these are so loose. It is not funny.
I mean, my smokestacks are loose, but I don't.
See, there's one of the cracks. I don't know if you can see that. And okay, what? Whoops.
Just send me a picture because I'm gonna end it here anyways.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's very
Anyway,
disappointing.
so ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Artemis who joined the live stream for a bit. So shout out to him for joining. And
he's still here.
TFA is in the chat. He's just watching. He's just watching. But and also shout out to TFA as well. I apologize, TFA, for coming at you with the tariffs. I know, but next time for the next stream, no conversation of the tariffs because that makes me uncomfortable. So,
I just want to know why he left. It was nice talking to him voice to voice again.
but again, I reassured him he could stay. Let's just continue talking Transformers. That is the main topic of the day, and of course, these new
Why can't I get this thing?
figures. Yes. So yes, I will have 4 more figures to review on the channel, and stay tuned for more YouTube shorts as well. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for more. Yay! So that is it for today's live stream. I thank BC, TFA, Justin, and of course Artemis for joining the stream. Always appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm JJ Prime, and I'm signing out. Peace out. Bye bye.
Uh,
Bye.